Greetings, adventurers. Unfortunately, the next session's audio was lost, forever, never to be found again. However, the deeds of the crown collectors will not be forgotten. After questioning a corpse in the basement of the abandoned neighborhood of the Needle, they decided to ask another corpse questions about their origins, why they hadn't been turned undead. Unfortunately, not gleaning too much information, they decided to abandon this endeavor and ascend it to the surface of the neighborhood, only to find members of the Walking Rot cult murdering civilians openly. The group had seen enough. It was time to confront this cult for the criminal and tyrannical monsters that they were. The Crown Collectors dropped their illusions, revealed their true selves, and challenged Ara's forces openly in the streets. After managing to dispatch enough undead to make their presence truly known, the Crown Collectors came face to face with a vision overhead, a illusionary visage of Ara herself, openly challenging these vagabonds that intervene in her domain. And that is where we pick up. Last time on the wilds of Valandiir, the Crown Collectors are engaged in a horrific battle with just a horde of the undead, assaulting the Needle properly. After mucking around in the basement with some corpses and asking them some questions, and kind of tooling around town and finding survivors here and survivors there, the Crown Collectors witnessed one too many murders on part of the Walking Rot death cult and decided to take action, that this could stand no longer. And so you picked out a group of undead with one of their cultist handlers and just started a slashing, and slashing you are. Without too much time passing, you finally came face to face with one of Ara's lieutenants, a emaciated, almost undead-looking, ragged fella named Strigor, who seemed to possess a whip with a glowing skull on the end of it, and he seemingly is able to, control the undead or direct them or command them. He's also currently snorting a barely full pouch of skein, and looks like he might have another familiar-looking bag on his hip. He's surrounded by zombies. Zombies walk the street, and we are going to jump right into the turn order here with where we left off as a holographic image above the town materialized in the visage of none other than Ara herself, looking super pissed and super upset and ordering all of the Walking Rot to converge on your location. The Walking Rot is first going to make its movements. That guy's good. Kravish has one on you. This guy's going to, if he's got the movement, and they only have 20 feet. I think he can get to you, but we'll make sure. Oh yeah. Okay, one on Kravish. This guy's going to move to the other side of Hamish. These guys are all good where they're at, except this one is going to just surround the orc. This one's going to surround Koza. Okay, so Kravish, you got 2 slam attacks against you because you're kind of surrounded. All right, that's not great. So that's going to be a 15 to hit you on one, and a 17 to hit you, an 18 to hit you on the other.
Both miss.
Both miss. Hamish is getting 2 attacks. That's going to be a 17 to hit him, and an unnatural 20 to hit him. That's 2 hits on Hamish. All right. Koza, we're going to have 2 attacks against you, 2 slam attacks from these zombie fellas. That's not great. That's a 6. But that's a 19.
Damn it. Yeah, that hits.
Does a 19 hit the Fearball? Oh.
Yeah.
Gee whiz. I get to use 1d6 plus 1. I need advance. There we go. Bloop. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Reaper, you're going to have 1 hitting you.
Okie doke.
That's going to be a 17 to hit the Warlock.
That hits.
All right. He's going to hit you for, again, 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Iona, you've got 1 attacking you. That's not great. That's a 7. And Azia has 1 attacking her with Yuno right next to her. And he's going to miss Azia. So as you look to the north, you hear a screaming, like a battle cry, a war cry, coming from Strigor, who is currently just surrounded by large, meaty, stinky zombies. He raises his whip in the air. You see this kind of rotten, glowing green skull at the end of it, and he pulls deep into that first pouch. He pulls what looks like just scraps of skein and brings it to his nose, and with a deep sniff, he leans back, and his eyes come back green, glowing, and he throws that tip of that whip forward. You hear a crack, and he says, "Forward to the intruders." So we are going to spawn new guys on the field right here. And they can only move 20 feet south from the north.
Last session was spawning creatures spawned.
What's that?
That was the very end of our last session. Creatures got spawned and were coming at us.
All right, you have a better memory than me this week. So that we'll count everyone on the field as people that have moved then. And that is going to end their turn. We've got Azia up next. No, wait. Yes, we do. Azia is next. Who is going to... She is going to cast a Word of Radiance, and she's going to center it right up here to Mr. Strigor. I'm going to have him roll con save, as well as his zombie friends. He's going to fail that. That's going to be 3d6 radiant damage.
I thought Word of Radiance was just from yourself.
Is it? You're right.
Yeah.
It's only 5 feet. I didn't even read the whole rest of my notes. Sorry.
Whoopsie doodle.
Whoopsie doodle. Well, how about... She's not going to move. And you know what? She's going to do a good old healing word on Koza. She just watched Koza take a hit. Which is... Hey, take 7 points.
Yay.
Yeah. And she's going to spawn her spiritual weapon. She's going to do it right here. She's going to flank with Reaper. And let's have her attack that zombie. Ooh, that's a good hit. Okay. So that zombie gets whacked. Actually, that's a skeleton. I should probably zoom in a little more so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, it is the fearsome threesome of Lukai, Kaya, and Hamish. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. I'll move them around the board if you tell me where you want to put them.
No, I'm just gonna whack the dude in front of me because
Okay.
it looks like he has an axe and he wants it.
Maybe
So
you want
that
me first.
me. Now where'd it go? There we go. This is okay. 2D. All right. I'm just gonna make a melee attack with my great club.
Okay.
What's his strength? What would his strength be?
It'd be 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus 5.
Yep. Goes for the monk too.
So does a
Monk's got a
15 hit
plus
him?
5. Yes, it does.
All right. So then that's 2d8 plus 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
So that's 18 points of bludgeoning.
Right on.
And you're just gonna whack him right on the head.
Yeah. His great club comes down hard on this. Now, this skeleton is wearing armor and carries 2 large axes. And, but yeah, that's a great club. So it's almost like he's carrying like a huge root end. Just brings it hard down on this skeleton's head. And you actually cave that helmet in a couple inches. So now there's like a huge crack running down the front of the skeleton's face. Now, don't forget, he's a barbarian.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I would like to rage.
Okay.
And
Probably should have done that first.
Why should have done that first, man?
yeah, I know. I don't play barbarian. I don't get another attack, do I?
A barbarian?
level
I
10?
believe
Yeah,
he's level 10. He gets extra.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn around and whack the zombie behind me.
All right. Here, I can do that. Ba-dup.
Oh, all right. That's 23? 22? Yeah, 22.
Yeah, that
Okay.
hits.
All right, and then that's another 2d8 plus 5. Nope, that should have been 2. All right. So 6, 8, 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn, yeah. You scatter this guy to body parts. Get him off the field right there. Yeah. Your great club just turns his whole torso into pink paste. Alrighty.
That is my turn.
Okay, Kaya, you're up right up here, and if you want to just point to where you want her to be, I'll put her there.
Go to
All
that
right.
guy, so like there-ish.
There-ish, indeed.
There we go. And then I'm going to attempt to hit him twice with the quarterstaff. So 13 plus 7, so 30, 20, and 8 plus 7 is 15.
The 15 definitely hits a zombie.
Okay. And then it is 2d8 and plus 4. So 18 points of damage.
All right.
And then she's going to spend a key point and take 2 unarmed strikes as well. Is that also plus 7? Like the quarterstaff? Okay, 6 plus 7 will be 13. And 9 plus 7 will be 16.
Okay.
Do those both hit?
They both hit.
Okay, so 6 plus 8 is 14 more points of damage.
All right. Yeah. This guy drops down. You actually club him almost to the ground. He drops part of his arm and sloughs off onto the ground. But he stands back up and just regards you. Oh.
And that's my turn.
All right. The Mellish brothers are going to have a go. They're actually going to move away from this house, which is now currently on fire. They're going to hop to this side of the roof and then over to this roof. And let's see. Marcus is going to shoot with his mini crossbow. And he's going to try to hit the big giant zombie next to Strigor. And that's going to hit. He's going to shoot again. That's also going to hit for 14 points of piercing damage. And Amos, his brother, is what the hell? He's going to pull out of his pocket this little apple-sized paper kind of ball, and he's gonna pull something with his teeth, and you all see little sparks, and he's going to throw it, and he's going to try to land it right here. And we'll say right here, and try to hit these 3 targets, as it has a 10-foot radius. They need to make dex saves. Strigor passes with a natural 20. His zombie, not so great. That's a Wow, that's a -1. And the other zombie got a 0. So the one that was just getting pummeled by the elf is going to fall down. Oh, he fell too much. And he's going to make a con save. Pretty good. All right, so he is going to get back up. He looks real haggard and weak, though. Grigor's going to take half. His zombie friend's going to take all of it. And that's going to do it for the brothers. Iona, you are next with Baranor on deck.
Okay, right. The first thing I'm going to do is actually going to be my bonus action. I can't move that version of my spiritual weapon, so I'm going to be...
Actually, hold that thought.
Yeah.
For some reason, is out of order. Let me descend this list again. Okay. All right, yeah. For some reason, you and Uno swapped, so you're going to actually be a little further down the list. Sorry about that. At least now you know what you're going to do on your turn. You are up with Baranor after you.
Okay, so I'm gonna Misty Step. 1 second. To right here. Then
All right.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm gonna give it the stone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have it go right. I'm gonna have it go right here. And
Okay. Now you have 2 friendlies in the line in the blast zone. Just so you know.
Which 2?
You got Kaya, the elven monk here, and you got the Mellish brothers up on this roof.
How big's the It didn't say how big the radius was.
Well, let's see. I thought I put that in there.
It says within 5 feet of the cloud's perimeter. It doesn't say how big
Yeah, it spawns 20, which each take a 5-foot thing. Here, tell you what. I'll just be nice and I'll bring out the mini. See that little gray circle? See that little gray circle around it? That's the effective blast radius.
Okay, then I'm going to have it chuck it right here.
Okay.
Let's chuck it right here. You can tell where I'm going.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting this zombie here. Because if you see that little, here, I'll tell you what, I'll make it bigger. Or I'll make it darker. There's a circle around them.
I don't see a circle.
I don't see him.
Oh, you don't? Oh, maybe because I don't have it frickin' engaged again. How many times am I going to do that?
At least one more
time.
There you go. Okay, do you see that?
I don't see a circle.
I see
No,
nothing.
we'll take your word for it. Now I see something.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, and now these people have Wraith Nightmares to deal with.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Let's see here. So, for each of those creatures, you get 20. Now, you can do this however you want. You can roll a 20 d20, or you can roll 1 for each. But they're going to attack those 3 creatures in that cloud. Let me just look at something real quick. I would encourage you to look up the a Wraith stat block, or I'll just put it in the chat. Maybe that'll make it easy. Because they have, each of them get a +6 to hit.
There's 4 enemies in here, just for
On this map, anyway.
Yeah.
the guy.
Yep.
So I'm going to do... Each one is going to get attacked by 5, and I'm going to do them in 5...
Little batches of 5.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to start with the one on the far right.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so the first is a 16.
Yeah.
Second is going to be a 21.
That hits too. I'm guessing this is all for one zombie, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to do them in
Yeah, okay.
five chunk batches.
Gotcha.
One's a 15.
That hits.
The second to last one's going to be, I'm going to do math. That's going to be a 22.
That hits.
And then 13.
All right, that one actually hits as well. I'm guessing these are all going to hit.
Yep, so all 5 then hit. What's their...
Yeah, their damage is a lot. It's 48 plus 3. I think if I do a little math, I probably, if they all hit, this thing has a HP of 22, and they have a minimum damage of 7, and that's 4 that hit. So I think even if you'd roll minimum damage, you still get this guy.
So 35
Yeah.
hit point damage minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, let's roll with that. Let's just go with that, because that makes it easier. So he gets eviscerated to death.
All right, now we're going to try the main honcho here.
All right.
And I'm going to start with 5. And if that doesn't fucking get him, I'm going to do it again.
That does not hit Strigor.
Well, no. I'm rolling a new 5.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
And they have a plus 6, you said?
To hit.
Yes.
So 18 for the first one. 30, 20 for the second.
Mm-hmm.
15 for the third.
15 misses.
Okay. 17. 23.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And
So that's 28 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
19 on the last one.
19 does hit.
So 4 out of 5 hit.
Okay.
Yes,
I would-
28 minimum.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend rolling these.
Okay.
Because he may look a little frail, but he's definitely beefy.
And that's going to be 4 d8s plus 3.
Yeah.
All right, so first one is 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
Second is 5.
Okay.
10.
All right.
And 9.
9.
35
So as
total.
your wraiths kind of all swarm this group of creatures, the zombies are just getting completely just disintegrated. However, Strigor seems to be taking a little less damage than you'd expect. I am, however, going to have him roll 4 con saves, because that's a part of the life tree. First one is a dirty 20. Second one is not great. That's only a 7. The next one's a 19. And the next one, it doesn't matter, he failed 1. The next one's a 18. So he failed 1, which means his hit point max is reduced by the amount that he just took. So let's go to these last 2 zombies. You got 5 attacks for each one.
All right, so... Okay, dirty 20.
Okay.
22.
Yep, definitely. 22.
19.
19.
17. And
17.
Hold on, I cut the last one off. Stupid roll 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, they all 5 hit. Which one are you going for, the bottom one or the one on the right?
Doesn't matter.
All right. Let me just move this guy out of the way. This guy, he also, like I said, just gets shredded. And these wraiths, They're just like, it's like a tornado of them, and they're just howling and ripping and shredding and clawing. All right, on to the last one.
So the lowest is a 16.
Okay, yes, then they all hit too. So we'll make this guy go bye-bye. Okay. Now you're going to get to do this again on your turn next round. But that's it. Then they're going to dissipate.
He's gonna fuck this dude up on the next turn.
Yeah.
That's my turn for now.
Okay. Baranor, you are next.
All right. First things first, I'm going to Hunter's Mark this guy. Or shift my Hunter's Mark over to him anyway.
Okay.
I believe I had it up from last time anyway.
All right. Can you point him again?
To Strigor.
Okay. He is Hunter's Marketed. Move over rates. Ellie, which of those is real? Which of your spiritual weapons is real?
The one on the left. This one.
Okay. I'm gonna hang this guy out just right here, so that we can see Mr. Strigor, who is getting eviscerated.
Who is having a bad day.
He's having a bad day.
Bad day at the office.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can make it worse. Here, I'm going to shoot him with my gardener's bow.
Ooh.
29.
29. Shall I roll strength?
No, I'm going to save those charges.
Okay. 29 hits.
Okay. It's 11 piercing. Second shot. Not as good. 18.
18 still hits him.
Okay. It's 23 damage total.
All right.
Oh, I forgot the Hunter's Mark damage. Mark. 10 more. So 33 all total.
All right. He takes 2 shots to the chest. I mean, literally gets shot in the chest from like all the way across the map. What a sniper shot.
Oh, this is point blank range for Baranor.
Now.
I can hit from like 600 feet away.
Now. Let the actions speak for themselves.
Yeah. All right. That's my turn.
All right. We've got, and now here's the thing. I feel like Kravish, you got skipped.
No, we were just further down on the turn order.
Okay.
No, I'm cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't go after Iona did.
I didn't go either. I'm yet to happen.
That's what I thought.
Me and
all right.
Yeah.
Well, the Mellish brothers. Then it's the fact that the Mellish brothers are next, which I'm skipping them because they just went. Okay.
You reorganized the chart at a weird time.
Well, thanks, Roll20. Just the best website with the best working mechanics ever. Koza, you are next.
All right. I am going to. So we're out in the open. So I call a 4th level Call Lightning on. Let's see. We'll say the skeleton to my right. Hang on. My screen's being glitchy.
Is that just a point you can see, or does it have an AoE at all?
It doesn't. It says each creature within 5 feet of that point. Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Well then.
I would include you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, if I put it here, would the 2 undead next to it be considered 5 feet, or is that too far?
If you put it right here, like if
above
you were
it.
to do, it would be the 2. Yeah, it would be the 8 spaces around it. Here, this is yours. You can have that. This is your moonbeam. You can use it for now.
All right. Well, I am going to call a 4th level Call Lightning. So I need a dex save from both of those guys, and they take They take 4d10 lightning damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
So the zombie to the right got a unnatural 1.
Okay.
And the skeleton next to him didn't do much better with an 8.
All right. Well, then... Is it 4d10 lightning?
Jeez.
That's to both of them. And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon in front of the skeleton to my right.
Okay.
And then...
I believe you can do that.
Yes, it's a bonus action. And then...
No, I mean, you can control your weapon. I believe you have permissions for your weapon.
Hang on, let me see if it'll let me put it on there.
I'm gonna move your moonbeam off.
Yeah, I think it's giving me trouble.
How about that? Can you move that?
Okay. Yeah, I can move it, alright. I don't know why it won't let me place stuff down.
I don't know. You and Baranor and I mean, there's always freaking issues.
Alright. That's a... Alright, I gotta make a magic ranged attack. Or magic melee attack. Yeah, never mind. Plus 3, that's 11? Does that hit?
11 does not hit the skeleton that you are fighting.
Alright, that's fine.
Unfortunately.
That's my turn.
Okay. So the skeleton you hit with your lightning bolt just shatters to bones on the ground. He is frickin' no more. Okie dokie. That's your bonus. Anything else? That should be it for you, right?
Well, I am going to move over here. Or wait, he would get an opportunity of attack. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Iona, you are up.
Okay, how is Striegel looking? I mean, he's going to get hit by the raids again next turn, but just in general.
So you can't see him to tell. You can't see him to find out how he's looking because he is completely surrounded by dark, shadowy, smoky wraiths that are swarming him like a giant freaking hive of wasps. Just a ripping and a roaring.
In that case, I'm probably not going to be able to use my spiritual weapon because I'm not able to see him enough to direct it. So, I will bonus action to unsheath my sunblade and then action to stab this one that's right next to me.
Okay.
12.
12 miraculously hits.
Oh, lovely. So then I'm going to... That is going to be 11, and then there's going to be an additional because I'm hitting undead, so 13 in total.
13 points of damage. This thing's already taken some damage, so it's not looking good. It's still up, but it is looking a little ragged. Incidentally, Tommy Boy is in my top 5 comedies of all time.
Oh, I love that movie.
Just a classic. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. That's my turn.
Okay. Kravish, it's your turn finally.
Finally. All right. Well, I'm going to get my shield on, which will up my AC to 21. And I am going to, take Anthem's Edge and try to strike the one directly in front of me.
Okay. Strike away.
Good. 17.
17. As you plunge Anthem's Edge into this zombie's torso, you feel a rush of radiant energy kind of course through your veins. It seems like Anthem's Edge, who you've never considered it to be a sentient sword, but definitely has something of a muted personality. And it's starting to take on traits of yours, so it finds this idea of killing the undead absolutely thrilling, and you actually can give yourself a D4 of inspiration on your next action.
Cool.
that just kind of spawns out of the sword.
Very good.
Feels a little more comfortable in your grip, that kind of stuff.
All right, so now let's see. We already rolled it there. 10 points of piercing, 3 points of radiant.
All right.
No, that is good. That is my action. Then for my bonus action. Yeah. I am going to take my shield hand. I'm just going to lay it on myself, and using my paladin lay on hands power, I'm going to heal myself for 10 points.
Alrighty. Okay. I'm guessing you don't want to move.
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay. All right. It is the Walking Rot's turn. Strigor, he is kind of stuck. Because if he moves, I have no choice but to give Kenny 20 opportunity of attacks.
And you don't want to give Kenny 20 opportunities.
No, I love Kenny. He's my friend, but I just don't like him that much. Sorry, Kenny. However, we are going to have some more people on the map. So let's bring this guy into the corner here. He is going to show up. He looks fresh and lively-ish. This guy's going to actually Misty Step here between these two rooftops in this corner. And we're going to have a bunch of zombies on the field. So get ready. We all knew it was coming, didn't we? This one's going to go here. Oh, man. You know what? I've already got him off. I'm just going to drag him over here. This one's going to make it this far down. This one's going to join Strigor in getting chopped up because he's a dumb zombie. Another armored zombie. Now, Steph, what is the deal with this wall of light? Because I've got people coming in from the northeast, and I just need to know what happened to them.
Okay, blah, 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 blah.
Let's have you look into that while I place some more dude. And surprisingly, there are going to be people emerging from the south, because you're sort of getting surrounded, folks. Oh no. Oh no. This guy's definitely just going to walk right into that wall, not knowing why or what it's about.
Okay. It has to make a con save.
Okay. Or what happens?
He becomes blinded for 1 minute, and it's 4d8 radiant damage.
Okay. We got another guy over here to the west. So I'm going to have a number of people walk into that wall and just keep going. So, yeah. All right. That's going to be all the zombies that show up. You know what? This guy's coming to... This guy's going to be in the wall. He's going to make it just past it. And so is this skeleton. All right, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 con saves on my part. Let's do that real quick. So I drop my d20. Okay, con save 1 is a 15. What do I got to beat?
19.
Oh, Jesus. That's a natural 20. That's not a 19. That's a natural 1. And ooh, that's a that's an unnatural. Oh, it's an 18. Okay, so all but 1. So go ahead and roll damage on all of them, and one of them passed.
It just says 1.
Sure.
Like number. Okay.
That's fine. Makes it quick. 21
points of radiant damage. Half on the half as much on the past whatever. And then anybody that failed is blinded for 1 minute. If they pass, they're not blinded.
All right, so this guy up here he just gets almost all of the bones in his rib cage just kind of fall out. So he's just like a big empty box of bones, and he's walking real shaky like. But he made it. This guy is more heavily armored. You can imagine some of his looser bones collect in his greaves. These two guys down here, they failed, but they're still up. But they're going to stay right where they're at. So let's go with attacks. Kaya's getting 1. That's going to be 17 to hit.
That fails, I believe. Doesn't hit.
Okay. Right. 2 against Hamish. And you know what? I never had him do any attacks. He gets 2 attacks. So I'll just do that from last turn against these 2 undead around him. That one's a pass. And that one's a pass. So his attack is pretty good against that. You know what? He blasts this guy to pieces. He's gone on his right. So he only gets 1 attack against him, which is a natural 1. All right. Koza, you're getting 2 against you again. That's going to be a 13 and another 13. Iona. Yep, Iona, you've got 1 against you. That's going to be a 17. Reaper, you don't have any near you. Azia's got 1 on her. That's going to miss her. Let's see. You don't have any near you. That should be... Oh, Kravish, you got 2 on you. Let's do 2 attacks against you. One's a natural 20. Did you want to react to that?
Let me double check. I am kind of putting in hard spell slots right now, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast Silvery Barbs as my reaction.
All right. So I roll again, right?
That's correct.
Okay, I rolled again, just in case you did that, and that's going to be a unnatural 22.
It hits, but at least you didn't crit.
Okay, yeah, well, it's not a lot of damage, so don't worry about it. You take a whopping 3 points of bludgeoning damage. All right, so let me see here. Did I attack the orc, or did I just think it in my head? I don't think I attacked the orc yet.
I don't think so either.
All right, 1 attack is a natural 1. Damn. The other attack is a 18. And I believe that beats his unarmored AC. All right, the orc's gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And Strigor is going to blindly cast a spell. Does anyone wish to interrupt him?
Where is he?
He is all the way up here, well within range of you.
If we can't see him, we don't know he's casting a spell.
That's true.
I mean, unless
That's
somebody
true.
has like devil sight or something and can see through all the darkness.
I think someone here does, but she can't counterspell.
I can't counterspell, yeah.
You can shout and be like, "If he's going to cast a spell, if anybody wants to counter him."
By the time we hear and have time to react, they're all home for dinner.
Cast a spell, yeah.
Well, he's going to do it blindly. Let's see here. Yeah, he's gonna cast Witch Bolt, and he's going to cast it blindly at Yuno. Which, let's see if he probably going to have to do this at disadvantage, because I believe that's a ranged spell attack.
It is, and if he can't see, he can't hit.
Well, he can do it at disadvantage, just like if he were blind. Okay. So the first ranged spell attack. Oh, he just got a natural 1. Yeah, the other one wouldn't have been as much better. So he's going to miss you, you know. And 1 second. Aha. Taking a page out of Yuno's book, he's going to Misty Step the fuck out of here. And where does he want to go? He does not want to mess around with that wall of light. But he can only move 30 feet. I think... God, he's pretty sure you're going to just bring that cloud with him. So he's going to do his best. He's going to go right in the middle of these 2 NPCs. And if you send the cloud after him, he's going to try to make sure... Actually, he's going to go right up next to Hamish. That's going to be his turn, though. And these guys arrived just now, so they don't get to do anything yet. So that ends his turn. Their turn.
I would like to use the legendary action for the Hopton Archers now.
Okay. 20-foot sphere or circle of your choice. Where would you like it? Let's use green. They're from a treehouse village. Let's use a green eclipse. 20 feet.
And it's indiscriminate, right? Everybody in that sphere gets hit?
Yeah, I gave a little bit more detail on the rules for this attack in the chat. It affects anybody in this... Let me make this bigger. There. Extra large. There we go. Anybody inside of this circle, so wherever you want me to put it, will be affected by this effect. And then you can make your rolls, and we'll see how you do.
Is it possible to go through that wall of light to put it over in this area?
You can, yeah, oh, absolutely. You can put this circle anywhere you want because those arrows are coming straight down.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can put it right about here instead.
All right. Is that fancy?
Does that include Wizard Guy in the far up right?
Yes, it will include him, but it will not include the armored skeleton to the south because he's tall.
Yeah.
He's tall, that's all.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So this is a roll a d20. What's the modifier to the d20? Is it plus 5? Plus 4? Just straight roll?
Oh, no, it's plus 5.
Plus 5, okay.
Yes.
d20. And she rolled 11.
11. You don't hit any of them. So
All
go
right.
ahead and roll. Well, no, that's not to say you don't hit them. Sorry. You roll your D100.
29.
All right. Come on. My computer is being very finicky today. Anybody else experienced that ever?
Yeah.
Ay.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and, you can roll damage. It's a longbow plus 5.
So d8 plus 5, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 11.
Okay. So they all take about a third of that damage based on the over-under. Okay. Oh, you hit him.
About 3 points.
Yeah, you hit him, though. I mean, if you look at it, they are about as far away from that corner of the map as you can get.
True.
But they're longbowmen. That's not a big deal for them.
Yep. All right. So finished with that.
Okay.
All right.
Reaper, you are next.
We can't hear you.
Hello.
Hang on, she's having some issues.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
You always have issues, Jeff.
I am an issue. I was issued an issue when I was issued. And then we're going to have Azia and the NPCs go next. Is she rebooting something, or should we
She's
skip her for now?
Skip her for now. Come back
Okay.
to her.
All right, that's not a problem. Azia is going to do Guiding Bolt, and she is going to shoot Strigor. She feels he's a bit of a threat right now. Oh, there goes Steph.
Yeah, she had to restart her Discord.
She's going to hit Strigor with her Guiding Bolt, so whoever hits him with a ranged attack or a melee attack, you will have advantage.
You said Strigor?
Okay.
Yeah,
She hits Strigor now has advantage. I'm just trying to pick the thing. I don't remember what we usually use. We'll just do this. He's easy. No. He's guided with a... I mean, not that you can really see that stuff unless you zoom way in. Another thing about Roll20 I wish they'd change is their status rings. That'd be cool if they could they should put status rings in here.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be better than just these tiny little icons that are vaguely important looking. Okay. That is her turn, except she has a bonus action with her thingy. So she's going to do that. She's going to actually put her spiritual weapon between her and the zombie in front of her, and it's going to attack. It's going to hit. This is a new zombie. So this bust of Bast just kind of swings and slams and knocks this thing's lower jaw clean off its rotten face as it skitters across the ground. It kind of looks down at its jaw and then looks back up at Azia. All right. It is Lukai's turn, followed by Kaya and Hamish. Oh, that's you.
Koza.
Sorry.
That's okay.
He's just gonna turn around and whack the skeleton behind him again with his great club.
Good deal. Boink.
But that's gonna
He
be...
bonks again.
He is raging. Let me give him a little raging icon.
It's alright, he's gonna do it again.
Okay.
That's not much better. Does a 12 hit
Yeah.
him?
Not
Don't forget,
this
because
guy.
you're raging, you get a
That's
plus
all right.
2, don't you?
That's just to
I get a
damage.
plus... Yeah.
Okay. Just for damage.
What's
okay.
a good angry? Here we go. Arr. He's very strong. All right. I think that's all a barbarian gets to do at this point in its life.
Yeah, because if I try to run, I've got 2 people within 5 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least you have resistance to bludgeoning.
Okay. Well, this guy right here, he's got 2 sharp-looking weapons in his hand, so he's not just doing bludgeoning damage. Matter of fact, now that Lukai's up close, they're kind of like stapled to his hands. He's not exactly holding them. Kaya, you are next.
We're still waiting on Steph.
Ah,
Yeah, you're
Okay.
still having issues. Hang on.
goodness gracious.
She has to restart the computer, and it decided now is a good time to do an update.
Oh, no way. Oh, well, just have her shout her modifiers at you, and either
Right
you
here.
or I can roll for her.
Scroll over to where she is.
Where are you?
There we go. Whack that guy twice.
But I thought you were Greek, weren't you?
I mean, yeah,
She's.
I, can do that. I haven't done my thing as frequent.
No, but
I'm doing Kaya too, babe.
oh, okay. Is that Kaya? Is that what?
This one is Kaya. She's the
No,
one.
that is Kaya right now.
All of I can't.
That's Kaya, the big
Is
woman.
that Kaya's turn right now?
Yes, that's what he said.
Okay, that's what I'm was confirming.
Okay.
No, so,
Ellie, I'll also remind you, you've got a spiritual weapon on the field.
so she wants to swag that one.
Yep. I got that.
Commence schwacking.
Yeah, roll it. If you can.
She can't. Let's see what.
I'm talking to you, fool.
Okay, so +7 to attack. Hit him twice.
Okay.
Bam, bam.
Back.
With its party
That
8
didn't know if you
AC.
were doing it.
No.
Why not? Why not? Okay, never mind. Fuck it. D20.
Yes, fuck it indeed.
See, that's what happens when I roll.
Well,
Nice.
what's 4 plus 7 is 11, so you hit it
Okay.
because it has an 8 AC.
Okay, so both would hit.
All right.
So 16 total.
All right. It's not dead yet,
Okay.
but it is hurt quite severely. She knocked his arm off his body.
He knocked his block off.
Knock his block off. You got a license for that kind of injury, mate. All right. Any flurry of blows or anything from Kaya? You want to
Says no.
move around? Okay. Hamish is going to smash his 2 attacks straight into the zombie next to him because he only just barely noticed Strigor Misty stepping. So he's going to whack him with his little stick. He's got a little kind of a club, and only one of them hits. Surprisingly, he got a natural 2 on the first roll. So he's going to smash into the zombie next to him. That concludes. You know what? Nah, he's going to save his action surge. He'll complete his turn. You are next.
All right. So
All right.
is going to first use telekinetic shove to pull this guy back 5 feet.
Towards you, or move him to the right.
Straight down.
Okay. He's not seeing this coming, and he doesn't really consider you an ally, so he's going to fight it. He's pretty strong. That's going to be a 21.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
He is rooted in place.
he's gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, I imagine so.
You're like, well, I tried.
I'm gonna move to here, and then I'm gonna move the race
Yep.
so that I want them to the center to be here.
Well, the center here could be here, here, or here. So here he's not catching this wizardy-looking guy, but he is catching this zombie. If you go up here at all, he will catch the Mellish brothers and miss the dwarf. Well, the third dwarf.
Yep, I'm gonna leave him right there. I tried
Okay.
to help this.
You did.
Wait, what happens if we move it like 1 to the left? Would that get the wizard and still get Strigor and the other zombie?
Yeah.
It would this one right here. Yeah, I believe so.
It would just miss this.
This would also this would get the dwarf too.
Alright, it gets the dwarf no matter what. Okay.
But leave it
Yeah.
there.
Well, he tried to move him.
Yeah.
He did try to move him.
I'm gonna split it, and I'm gonna start with 5 attacking the wizard.
All right, go for it. How do you know he's a wizard? Is it just because he's carrying a book?
Yeah. The wizards are the only people that
Right,
can
a
read.
classist.
What if he just likes to read? What if he has nothing to do with this fight and he's just a villager who stumbled out?
So the lowest is
This new book I've written, I was going to read.
He's on his way to an evil cultist costume party, and he's really worked hard on the outfit.
Cosplay is so good.
Yeah, on point. All right, just point of order. These things are attacking. You got to split these up to all 4, right? 4? Yeah, all 4 of these targets. I don't know if you were aware that you can't skip anybody.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
But I don't have to disperse it evenly.
Yeah, you do. Like
Okay.
they're indiscriminate.
Okay, so for the wizard, the lowest roll was 15.
What's the highest?
24?
24. Okay. How many of those did you get?
Just the 5, and let's see.
Because he's going to cast shield, and his AC jumps up to a 21.
Okay, so hold on. So
For
3 are
sure.
gonna hit. 3 are
Okay.
gonna hit. Unless I counterspell his shield, which would be a hilarious move.
Well, you can't do that if the wraiths are there, because you can't see what he's doing.
Stupid race. Alright, so he's gonna take 3d8
Man.
plus 3.
Okay.
So the first is 10,
Okay.
5,
All right.
and 11.
Okay.
Alright, so now I'm gonna go for the other dick. I have advantage, right?
On which dude?
This dude.
Strigor. Because of the guiding
You
bolt.
have... Yeah, yes. I mean, only one of the attacks will be at advantage.
Alright, so I'm gonna do this one separate, which is good.
So you notice this guy here that you just attacked? Like Strigor, you'd figure it would rip him apart. It did hurt him, but not as much as you'd think it would.
So rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20.
That's awesome.
So
That's high D&D right there.
So he's going to take 1d8 plus 3. So that's a 6, 9. So you double it, 18.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now I'm going to roll the other 4. So the lowest is 16.
Yeah, that does not hit Strigor.
Okay, so we got a 16. We've got an 18. We've got... Hold on, gotta do math. 16 plus 6... 22 and 23.
Yeah, those all hit.
Alright, so he gets 3. So that's gonna be 8, 6, and 7.
All right. Again, he gets kind of shredded by these claws that you'd think with his frail wrinkled paper-like skin, it would just kind of flay the flesh from his bones. He seems to be a little toughened against this type of damage.
Alright. Well, now we're gonna go for the other zombie.
Yeah, all right.
What about the life drain? Or
The
do
life,
that
yeah,
very-
sorry. He needs, no. He needs to make 4 con saves.
And the wizard needs to make.
Yep, I'm rolling those for him too.
Okay, cool.
Okay, the wizard failed one. If they fail one, they fail them all. And Strigor also failed one. So life drain applies to both of these guys again. Their HP max is reduced. Okay. All right, how'd you do with that zombie?
Oh, I didn't roll.
Okay.
I was
I so
waiting.
rudely interrupted.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a natural 20 for a total of 26.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Remind me and I'll roll that one separate.
Okay.
We have a 15.
Yeah, that hits. AC of 8, folks.
Okay, then all 5 of them hit. The lowest one was
Okay.
3, but with
All right.
the plus 6, that makes it 9. So
Wow. What a send-off. So as these wraiths are just sort of swarming and slashing in all directions, shredding all of their targets, this last zombie catches it and it just gets decapitated, and its rotten skull actually topples towards you, and rolls up to your feet and stops, and it's just looking at you.
Alas for you.
All right.
Moving well.
Yeah. All right. Now roll for the dwarf.
yeah, he's not gonna have a fun day.
He's not. I'm going to just tell you right off the bat so you know. His AC is... I going to go all the way back up here. Excellent Lego Barrador, by the way. Excellent. Okay.
The lowest was
He-
7.
That beats his AC. He's not wearing any armor. Oh, no.
So, alright, he's going to take 5d8 plus 3 for each
Yeah.
one.
And I'd recommend rolling these. You never know, you might get ones.
I did not. So 3 are 5s.
Oh, boy.
So 8, 8, 8. One's going to be a 6 plus 3 is 9, and then one is an 8 plus 3 is 11.
Okay.
What's that total?
Not enough to kill him.
So
Yay!
hold on. I actually have something I can do here. Just
Yeah, he's got 100 hit points. But that hurt big time.
how close
And
is
then
he?
you got the life drain too.
Yep.
So, before the race, move
Oh.
in for the attack. I'm going to use the aspect of a cob
Okay.
to use the area of protection.
Aha.
So he got a shield spell.
All right, that adds 5 to his AC, which is 14, so 19. Did any of those miss him then? I'll let you do that.
Yes. So
Okay.
only 2 would hit.
Okay, good. I'm choosing to take the 2 most powerful attacks, though.
That is what I was going to offer as well.
I'm sure you were.
11 and 9 is 20.
All right. Okay, not quite as bad. I mean, that ripped him up. He's not resistant or nothing, so he's wearing rags, so now his clothes are all shredded. His little dwarven chest hair is showing through the holes in his shirt. A little bit of blood. Not great. But this swarm of wraiths starts to get unruly, and they look like they're in pain. And those of you who are nearby, you look above the swarm, and you could almost swear through the fog, through the mist, as this village would have a blanket of fog over it. It almost looks like a huge Grim Reaper with 4 arms has its hands kind of working above, and little strings dangling down into the swarm. It's almost like you're not sure if this was always there the whole time. It's very sort of ethereal and faint, not sure if it's really there or not. And as it raises its hands, the strings are cut. You watch as the wraith's eyes go red, and they just scatter in all directions and disappear into buildings and into the ground and into the sky above. The cloud disperses, and the wraiths are gone.
That'll end my turn. Oh, no, wait, it won't, because I didn't actually...
You didn't actually go.
Alright, so... let's do some math here.
And then, Steph, you can go as Reaper next.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So... you know what? I'm just gonna fuck that dude.
We would expect no less.
Now, he's still got a shield up that you watched him pop.
That's fine, because... I'm gonna polymorph.
Are you gonna... Polymorph who?
I'm gonna polymorph this wizard.
Okay. What would you like to turn him into?
The turtle.
Cool. I don't think there is a turtle icon. But I can look. Oh, there's a snail. That's kind of close. He's a shell-like creature. That's as close as I'm getting to a turtle.
He's got to make a wisdom save, DC 18.
He is not super wise, but he got a natural 17, so that's going to be an unnatural 20.
Okay, then nothing happens, and that ends my turn.
Aw, that would have been cool, though. Boo.
Boo.
Ooh, for the wizard / possible innocent villager making his save. All right. Reaper, what would you like to do now that you've come to?
I would like to. I have to think. Visual spaces. Okey-doke. Like to move here. And then I'm going to cast Frostbite on that zombie. Or is it a zombie or I can't tell from here.
Which guy?
The one on the bottom. There we go.
Oh, yeah, that is a zombie.
That's a zombie. I would like to cast Frostbite on that guy. He needs to make a con save.
Okay. Zombies are surprisingly hardy. And he's going to get, that's a natural 18 for a 21.
Ooh, okay.
Now I'm rolling high. I got all my ones out of the way.
And that'll be my turn, because I don't really have bonus actions I can do.
You can't cast Eldritch Blast as a bonus yet? 14?
I don't think so.
Oh. I thought you could. Well, I'm sure you're Googling it, but we'll get to that next time.
You're fine.
Baranor,
All right.
your turn.
Go on to attack Strigor.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He is hunter's marked. He is no longer guided, though. Get rid of that guy.
That's fine. Just to check. Just one little thing. Okay. Gardener's bow. A 28 hit. That hits, I assume. 12 piercing. Hunter's mark. And because... Do I consider this guy an ally?
Well, I would say yes, because you were there when he was rescued.
Okay.
For the purposes of this, yes. I would say he doesn't know you well enough to trust you or anything like that, but...
Well, he gives me sneak attack advantage, so... 4d6.
He's a little freaked out right now anyway, because he just got attacked by ghosts that he was not expecting.
Nice rolls on that one. Okay. So that attack alone is 35 damage.
All right, which guy on Strigor? Okay.
Strigor.
Yeah, he's not looking too good.
Second hit attack from the gardener's bow. Oh, so close. Okay. Oh. All right, and just hunter's mark. So another 11 points. So that's 46 damage total.
All right.
And I'm gonna stay exactly where I am.
Okay. He's real rough right now. He is. He has had much, much better days. But I'm going to actually have him perform a lair action. And he's going to use that to just summon more zombies. And they're going to join him on the field. Boop. That one's going to get there. That one's going to get there. How long does this wall last? Is it in danger of dropping at all?
Probably not. I was reading up on other things. Give me one moment.
Sorry to make
You're
you
fine.
do homework.
I'm just over here trying to make sure that I have my next thing, my next turn ready.
I'm just looking up. I think it's a while for Wall of Light.
It's up to 1 minute. So.
Okay, so it'll be here for a long time. Is that concentration?
It is.
Oh, okay. We'll see about that. There's also going to be a few other people showing up. And World 20 just froze. That's awesome.
Oh, JK, I had the wrong wall up. It's 10 minutes.
Oh,
So I had Wall of Fire.
well, shit.
I clicked on the wrong wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus, what was
Oh my gosh, everything's happening at once now. Ugh. Come on, roll 20, catch up. You know what? Baranor, is that your turn?
I did say that was the end of my turn, yes.
All right. I was just putting more creatures on the field. It is the Mellish brothers' turn. Marcus is going to actually run over here, jump off the roof, dive down onto the wizard, and try to assassinate him, which he will get sneak attack because he's up on a roof and he didn't see him.
perfect?
I thought you said he wasn't a wizard.
I didn't say he was. I didn't say he wasn't. I said he was just a guy with a book.
He's just Belle wandering through the town aimlessly with the book.
Do not metagame and twist the DM's words. That will end very badly for you.
Just this provincial life.
Yeah.
So he's going to miss with one attack because of the shield. However, he's going to sink his dagger into the bookworm's neck and start to bleed him.
Beat him.
And do quite a bit of damage. Amos is going to move over here. I really should just split up their minis, shouldn't I? And he's going to shoot at the new zombie twice. Up in the upper left. Ooh, that's a natural 20. And a natural 2. Taking a page out of Kenny's book. But he's going to drop this guy. This guy's dead on arrival.
Dead again on arrival.
Yeah. Koza, you're up next with Iona on deck.
I am going to have my spiritual weapon move to this guy and attack.
Okay.
So that's going to be +3 for this. All right. Natural 20. So that's a 23 to hit. So that's, I think, a D8.
Nice.
Yes. +3. Come on. So that's 8 points of radiant damage. And then for my action...
You said that was a natural 20. So you get to double that 5.
So that's 10 plus... So that's 13 points of radiant damage.
All right.
And then for my action, I'm going to hack at this skeleton with my moon glaive.
Nice. So this zombie is gone, by the way. He has taken far too much damage to stay healthy-ish.
Sweet. Moon glaive. That most definitely hits, probably. So that's... Remind me, my moon glaive isn't enchanted, is it? It's just crafted well, I guess?
It's a magic weapon, but it doesn't have like a +1 or anything to its attacks or damage. It's just that it has to be considered you could attack something that needs a magic weapon. That, you know what I mean? Because it casts dim light. Yes. It just doesn't have any modifiers is all.
Alright, well then that's 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Let me see something real quick. And by real quick, I mean my computer is being slow. Okay. You hit it. You did that.
I think I will move my... Or no, I can't move it again. I guess that's it for now.
All right. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, that's what I thought. So, Iona, as you ready a spell or a swing of your sun sword, your sunbeam sword,
Lightsaber.
your lightsaber. It's a laser sword, guys. It's a laser sword.
My laser sword.
Oh my God! Roll 20. You're killing my momentum. Jesus.
Calling it a lightsaber is going to get us shut down by Disney.
Yeah, we don't have any warriors on us.
It's gonna get my video flagged. No, that's okay. Here we go. All right. Oh my God. There. Jeez. I gotta do a quick. Come on. I gotta do a quick measurement. And now, there we go. Jeez. Okay. It's a little bigger. No, let me make it just big enough.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that
It's a
at all.
It's a little too big. How does that do?
Not
Not
right.
great, seeing as I'm in the middle. Like,
Well, kind of everybody is. Oh my God, stop grabbing the wall. Stupid roll 20. Oh, God. So frustrating. I don't know why it acts so stupid with shapes. All right, I'm just going to do the math. It won't let me shrink it. I don't know why. Oh, and now the whole thing just shut down on me. Okay. It's not going to get one of you. I'm going to say it definitely is going to get more. The center of it is going to be more on Iona. So everybody in this circle except Kravish. Yes. All of a sudden, as you ready your action, Iona, there is this huge detonation of necrotic green energy that just blows up this whole area that everybody is on. I need everyone in that circle to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's from a spell attack, right? So I get advantage on it.
It is the effect of a spell. However, unfortunately, you didn't see its origin.
Yeah, but it's the mantle I've got means it's a passive thing, right? It's a mantle that.
Yeah, you've got a mantle of arcane protection, right? That should have some rules with it.
Nice.
Everyone's got to beat a 19.
ooh.
Beats it, right?
Yep, meet or beat it.
Yeah, I got a 19.
Girl
if we go on
person.
in.
Not a ranger's strong suit, and yet somehow I passed.
Yeah. Hamish did not make it.
Oh, sweet.
Do I need to roll? I need to roll for Azia. Oh no, Azia did not make it either.
I don't have Kaya's stats for that.
She's got a. Hold on, I can tell you that. I could tell you. She has a con of 2.
+2. Okay. Let's
Yes,
see,
not a
probably-
total of 2. That would be weird.
That would be atrocious. Well, she rolled a natural 1, so
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
All right.
3.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
those who failed, which, how many of you failed, if I may be so morbidly curious? You know
Everybody.
failed.
Except
Yeah, everybody
Baranor
except Baranor.
and
Actually, hold on. Yuno doesn't think he failed.
Yuno would like to rethink this.
I'm gonna use
Why not?
I'm gonna use one of my luck points, and I'm gonna re-roll.
Hey,
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it. I don't think you've ever used that. Maybe once before you've used that. How many do you get? 4?
I get 5 a day.
Are you using
That's
the classic,
handy.
Are you using classic luck or the new luck?
It's new. It's for like humans get it as like you can take it.
Origin one?
Oh, Origin Feet?
It doesn't work the same way that like old luck works, so I can
Yeah.
only use it to re-roll,
Yeah,
or I can impose disadvantage on an attack.
yeah.
So that's going to be a dirty 20.
Woo-woo.
That passes. So, those of you who failed, let's see here. Yeah. That's 35 points of necrotic energy, or half that much, which would be 17.
So now I have a question. So because we just leveled up, I get resistance to all magical damage.
Mm-hmm.
So do I then cut that in half further,
Yes.
or do I take none?
Yep. No, you cut it in half further. This ain't evasion. It's resistance.
I
You are
have
resistant.
I have resistance to necrotic damage.
Okay, so 35 was full, and then
35 is full. Half is
Half.
17.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And above your heads, you hear to a few of you, a familiar cackling sound.
And I'm over
High
here just, like,
above
holding
you.
my hat going, fuck!
Yeah, high above you, you see a somewhat familiar visage, and I'll eventually get to it. Unaccompanied by a whipping sound, several sets of leathery wings surrounding a humanoid creature atop a broom, clutching a glowing green, fiery, black scepter in her hand. Cast in shadow, a silhouette against the moonlight, Ara looks down at all of you from about 120 feet in the air, just circling, surrounded by these undead creatures, which it'd be great if I could get to the frickin' things. Maybe I'll try. Wow. My whole setup's just being stupid and shitty. There we go. You know what? I'll just send it over from ArchiveBot. Coming in clutch. Come on. Anyway. Of course it does. Maybe that's why I was acting stupid. It's too big. I'll have to shrink it. Iona, you pick yourself up off the ground. You see the silhouette of your aunt high above you, 120 feet for mechanical purposes above you. It is your turn. You are dripping with necrotic energy. You feel like a blighted sapping of your life force energy. What would you like to do?
Well, for mechanical purposes, she's 120 feet away, and that means that I can at least get her with guiding bolt, thank God. So, yeah, I'm just going to look up at her, and I'm going to go in and see if I can hit her with that.
All right. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Really? Another one? Ooh.
Actually, you know what? No, you don't. She's too far away. So you go ahead and throw that at her.
Oh god, that's not great. Well, I tried. So
Well, you're gonna have to call out your rolls until you're gonna have to call out your rolls until my computer stops being slow because I can't see anything.
It's fine. It definitely didn't hit. So 12 is not going to hit her. But
Nope.
I've still got my bonus action. So just for the sake of at least ruining someone else's day, hopefully, I'm just going to move my spiritual weapon and take a swipe at Strigor.
Okay.
25, that's more like it.
That definitely hits Strigor.
So he gets 12 force damage, which he can enjoy.
He does not enjoy.
And yeah, it's going to be my turn.
All right. Well, Kravish, you're next. Except I can't see anything, so you're just gonna have to describe. You have to describe what you're doing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, so I'm assuming the remainder of the undead that were all there are still very much fine.
Yes. They do not seem to have been affected by the circle of death. which is probably the most metal sounding spell in the game.
Well, I need to save this, but
I mean, heat metal's pretty good too.
yeah, actually, what I'm going to do is I am going to burn my only 6th level spot to cast Bigby's Hand.
Bigby's hand.
Right next to Aya.
Next to, oh, you said Ara?
Ara, within 5 feet of her.
Okay. I'm not going to put her on the map just yet, but that's fine.
And I am going to ignore all the other dice rolls there. I'm going to use the forceful hand function to attempt to push her. Well, actually, it would push her like 30 feet. My spellcasting ability modifier is a +4. 4 times. Yeah, I'm trying to push her off the broom.
Are you trying to knock her off her broom?
I am. She needs to make a strength saving throw.
Or what does the spell say will happen?
The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or the hand pushes the target up to 5 feet plus a number of feet equal to 5 times your spellcasting ability modifier. The hand moves with the target, remaining within 5 feet of it.
Okay. So, just so you know, the broom technically count. Now, I did write a mechanic into this. It's damage related, but the broom and her technically count as gear that she's wearing.
Oh, really?
Which you cannot, yes. Which you cannot knock her off with a strength save, but you might be able to push her 30 feet away. Now, I'll just be nice and say that you knew that.
Okay, then. Well, then I didn't, but now that I do know. Right.
Yeah, she's got one hand on it. Her legs are wrapped around it. She's got a pretty decent grip on that thing.
Okay. So I will use grasping hand then. So I will attempt to grapple her.
Aha. That will totally work.
She needs to succeed a DC 17 dex save.
She got a natural 1.
She is grappled.
Okie dokie. You all look up and see this huge gloved hand just wrapped around this image above. What's the range on Bigsby's hand anyway?
120 feet.
Oh, it's almost like I planned it. Oh.
So she is grappled.
All right.
And now that she is grappled, I am going to use my bonus action to crush.
Nice.
And she will take 4d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Woohoo!
Well, 16 points of crushing damage.
Jeez. Definitely crushed.
And I'm right up there, and I'm just saying, call them off, or it's getting really snug.
Yeah. All right. Anything else from Kravish?
No, that pretty much does it for me right now.
Okie dokie.
I'm now I'm going to use my legendary action for the Hopton Archers.
Okie doke.
I want to try to hit the cluster that's here down south.
Let me draw another cycle. All right.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to let my computer catch up to me. There we go. Down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get that cluster.
Okay. I'm guessing you want to avoid Lukai.
That is correct.
Okay. Sounds like someone just texted me. Or is messaging me about having to leave, probably.
Nah, only rolled an 8.
Oh.
Rolling shit for him.
Well, roll your D100.
86.
86. So that would be 14. So that's it's a little more than an eighth of the damage you're about to roll.
9.
Okay.
So they each take a point.
Couple point. I'll round up to 2. Why not? Okay.
All right. Really, guys?
Hey, at least you get to use it every turn.
I mean, really, guys?
Doesn't dis. You
had
kind of
one
look over and you see them on the roofs, and they're actually jumping from roof to roof while they shoot because the roof that they're on is on fire, and they're trying to get away from it.
You had one. All right. But is she able to stay on that broom now that I've clutched her so tightly?
You're kind of grabbing her and the broom, so her and the broom are in your grasp.
Okay. Got it.
But since she didn't use her reaction to counterspell because she didn't have to, or she couldn't, she's definitely going to use her reaction to Misty Step away. Out of that grasp. She does not like being inside of that hand.
Can anybody counterspell that?
I think everyone's too far away. Same reason she couldn't counterspell Iona.
Okay.
But she's going to... How far can you move Bigsby's hand?
You can move it up to 60 feet.
All right, she's going to move 70 feet away, just like a bitch. She's going to Misty Step, I think it's, 30 feet, and then move another... she's going to move a good... She's going to be all the way across the map. Good 80, 90 feet away from this hand. And she's going to actually hover directly over you, Kravish. And she's going to hit you with a fireball.
Well, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to have the hand in such a way that it covers her mouth?
No. No.
I mean,
she's only grappled. She's not like restrained or paralyzed.
Well, fudge nuggets.
Come on, Corey. Come on, Corey. You know I'm coming for you this time. You gotta know I'm coming.
Bring it.
Now I can't move this stupid circle for some reason. Really? There we go. Okay. Can we change the color of it? Oh, I can. Okay. Bloop. Well, I gotta center it, don't I? Oh, stop moving the wall of fire. Okay. I need a dex save, and so do these zombies. She's definitely going to upcast this. The zombies both fail because they have a -1 to their dex save. Got to beat a 19 there, Kravish.
21.
21. All right. You managed to dive out of the way just in time to watch these zombies just get incinerated in front of you. Come on. I believe it's 8d6. So she's upcasting that. I just gotta see what that looks like. Oh, hell. Not even partway done with my turn yet. And I'm at this freaking mercy. You know what? I'll just use my phone. There we go. She's going to throw a 5th level fireball down at you there, Kravish. And so that's going to be 10d6. She did not like being squished. That was a bad touch.
I touched her in her no-no spot.
That's 15 points of fire damage. Please give me a con save. Actually, it would have been green fire. There.
15.
15. You are good with your Bigsby's hand. All right. So, there are more people on the board. This guy's going to move. He's going to Misty Step to this roof so he can chuck stuff at everybody. And let's see. Kaya's getting 1. Kaya's getting 2. And 2 of them are going to be flanking. This guy's he's gonna panic. He's gonna see that he's just got stabbed by Marcos, so he's going to Misty Step away. Let's just go to the other side of this house over here. I don't know if you guys can see that guy there. Strigor is not going to move because he's going to try to do something to Hamish. This guy's going to come over here to Lukai. Oh boy. All right, this guy's going to come over here. This guy, does he have the space? I don't think he has the distance. So no, he's not gonna do that. This fat guy is gonna be over here by Lukai. This guy, however, will get in melee with you guys. This guy's just gonna make it up to here. As a matter of fact, Baranor, let's get you in play. I'm going to see if he can climb up this roof. Wow, the zombie got a natural 20. Oh my god. This guy's going to climb up here and be just in melee range to slam Baranor. Let's have you harried a little. This guy's going to move to here and not get much of anywhere. So actually, he's going to go for Kravish. This guy's going to move up, and I think...
Isn't he blind?
How long does that last?
1 minute.
Oh. Then I guess he is. He's going to wander around aimlessly. Good call. Good catch. These guys are all going to move up. One on Yuno. This one on Yuno. This one on Yuno is, well, no, he's going to be distracted by Azia. He's going to move up on Azia. Okay, so
and those two zombies right beside me are obliterated, correct?
Yeah. Yes, they are. Let me get rid of them. 2 cinders. Okay, we can do away with the fireball effect. These guys down here, they are blind. They're walking around, don't really know what they're doing. All right, let's start with the spell chuckers. I got 2 on the field. Ara has already acted. So this guy right here is going to... All right. He's going to cast a... All right, so... Let's see where everybody is. Yuno, Kravish, you are both... I couldn't see what that said. 40 feet away. 40 feet away. Okay. So this guy up here is going to cast a spell. And it looks like he's going to try to cast it at Reaper. Anybody want to intervene? No?
We're good.
All right. This guy is also going to cast a spell. It looks like he's going to cast it at Yuno.
Yeah, I'm going to counter spell that dude.
All right. I'm going to roll con. And I have to beat your spell save, which is 19, correct?
It's 18.
Okay, well, I got a natural 18. And he's got a 1 to con.
Hold on. Because I think... Yep, so it fails, but it doesn't use the spot.
Yeah. All right. So, this guy up on the roof, he is going to cast Blight.
Oh, no.
And center it right on. And are you out now, or are you out in an hour?
I am out at 2.
Well,
an hour.
So an hour.
So in an hour. Okay. Gotcha.
Sorry.
Gotcha. Nope, you're all right.
Pacific.
Time zones.
You have to leave an hour ago. You're late. You better leave.
Yeah.
If I could leave an hour ago, I would just stay home. I'm not trying to roll.
It's not
up
even
and
worth
work.
it.
2 hours
It's
late.
not even-
I still have to get ready. No.
No, we
I
would
hear
have
ya.
had someone come to the door
I
by
would-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You better be sick or dead in there. I shit you not.
No, they will send a deputy or a patrol officer
Please,
to come check
yeah.
on you. Happened to me.
Okay, it's not AoE. It is just you. So,
Yeah.
lucky you. I need Reaper to make a Constitution saving throw, please. The other guy is going to throw a Witch Bolt at Yuno.
17.
17. That does not pass.
Dang.
Oh man.
He's got a he's up there. The Witch Bolt is only going to hit Yuno for 13. I'm guessing that misses.
Yes, that does miss.
Okay. So with a failed con save, he's not upcasting this. Feel lucky-ish. And I'm definitely going to need a con save from you for concentration on your wall. And here you go for damage. Rolling the dice. I don't know if you guys will see this before I do.
38. But I
38.
have it's necrotic damage, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I'm
Okay.
trying to
well,
get
I'm
it.
resistant to
Da-da-da-da-da.
necrotic
Yeah.
damage.
Okay, so that's going to be
19.
yeah,
Thank
19.
you.
19 points. And then you got to get a 10 on a con save or half of 19, which is 9. Yeah, so 10. You got to get a 10.
Okay, let's roll this at advantage because we gotta love. Roll 19 total.
All right. You're good. Your wall is still up. Okay. Grigor is going to reach in that pouch that he's been pulling skein out of, and you see him like kind of look down at it, and he rips the pouch off his belt. And he's going to raise, as he kind of shakes the bag, he kind of tips it upside down and looks like he's trying to get some out. It looks like it's empty. He tosses it to the ground, and he grabs that whip of his, and he is going to summon more zombies. So this guy comes down to here. Looks like Kaya's getting surrounded. This guy's going to be down here. Some from the west, and he's going to cast that empty pouch aside and yank on that other pouch. And so those of you who are close, so Reaper, that's pretty much it. Koza, you can kind of see this happening, but there's a few people in your line of sight. He grasps a pouch that most of you are familiar with. It's the one that you tainted with the drugs, the poison. And he just opens that thing. He opens that thing up, and he looks at all of you and sneers and just buries his face, Scarface style, in this pouch and takes a huge, huge sniffle hit. And he looks up, and you see that green in his eyes, the glowing green in his eyes, start to fade into and just goes out, and he starts to scream. And you start to see green foam billowing out of his nose and out of his mouth. His eyes turn yellow and milky. He screams up, "What is this?" And he's going to fall to his knees and fall to the ground. His grasp on the whip loosens, and he drops it as Strigor falls dead. At once.
Jalapeno.
Whew.
At once, every single undead creature on this map kind of snaps out of some stupor they were on as the whip's glow dims. and they begin to walk in circles, not necessarily going for you specifically. It looks like they're now just wandering aimlessly. This guy right here is going to, if you can see what I'm pointing at, but you probably can't because I just can't abide how slow Roll 20 is. This guy over here is going to toddle over here and slam attack this wizard.
Okay.
These two over here are actually going to go after this guy, but they have to climb the roof. Let's see if they do. One's a natural 11. That's not going to make it. Oh, the other one's a natural 18. Again, the zombie scales the roof, and you see the two wizards now panicking as they're fighting off two undead creatures that seem to be harrowing them. The rest of you are nearby targets, so you're going to get attacked. We're going to start at the top with Kaya. Unfortunately, she's going to have 4 slam attacks against her.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 17,
Miss.
a 18.
That hits.
That's going to be a 13,
Miss.
and that's only a 9. So one of those hit.
Yep. 1.
All right. Not too much to worry about. However, it's only a d6 of slam damage. Okay. Let's do these. This guy here is going to move up to Kravish. And so, actually, he's blind. So I'm going to just make them a perception check at advantage or disadvantage to see if they see you. They're aimless zombies. That's pretty good. That's a 14. I'm going to say this guy sees you, Kravish, but his attack is going to be a disadvantage. This guy does not, which you're fortunate because he's wearing armor and has weapons and shit. Okay, so slam attack, disadvantage. Oh, that's a natural 9. That probably will be the one to... Oh, that's a natural 1. Okay, so purely misses you. Lukai, 3 attacks against you. 1 is pretty good. That's an 18 to hit Lukai. That one's lower. That one's a 14. That one's even lower. So his AC is, I think, like... What is it, like 13, 14?
Koza.
Yeah. Noah, are you there?
He is me.
Hi, sorry, I had to run to the bathroom real quick.
No, don't run. You'll make a mess.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Lukai takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage as he is hit by a zombie's weapon.
Okay.
All right.
Because he's raging.
Yeah.
What are they attacking with?
His frickin' dead arm.
Yeah, I think I get resistance. Wow.
Yeah, he does. He's a hardy orc.
Yeah,
Okay.
Or he's a barbarian.
All right, let's work on these zombies around Iona and Koza. Iona, you get 2 slam attacks. That's a natural 1. Now they're back. They're back, folks. And that's a natural 20. Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm going to use my. I've got a reaction where if something hits with a 20, I can make it reroll.
Okay.
I think it maybe just negate the effect of the 20. 1 second. I can find it.
That sounds like a cleric thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I can just turn the attack into a normal hit.
All right.
That's
Well,
not
you take
that
7. You take 7 points of bludgeoning from that one zombie. Koza, you get 2 attacks against you.
Oh, boy.
That is going to be a 13. That one's going to be a 22. Surprisingly.
Yeah, hit.
All right. He strikes you for 5 points of bludgeoning. We got 2 on Azia. That one's going to miss. That one's going to hit for sure. Azia's going to take some damage here. All right. You have 1, 2 zombies on you. First one's a natural 1. Oh my god, it really is like that. The second one is, however, a 21.
I'm going to use one of my luck points and make him re-roll.
Okay. That one's not. It's not much worse. It's it's gonna be a 19.
So I'm going to cast shield, and he misses.
Do you use your reaction for luck?
No.
Okay, he misses. And two guys, actually no, one guy on Hamish, because Strigord's dead, and he's gonna hit Hamish. Hamish is he's starting to look a little worn and torn, but that is going to thankfully end the Walking Rot's turn, except for the fact that Ara is pretty far away, and she looks like she's going to turn around and head towards the distance where the needle is. And in her place, you see the leathery wings of a diving undead wyvern. So we'll put him on the map right here. However, he is, we're going to say, 60 feet in the air. But that ends my turn, guys. For now. Reaper, you are up.
Okie doke. So, I am going to. Wait, my plan has changed. I think I'm just going to try Eldritch Blasting the Wyvern.
Okay.
That's a natural 1.
Boo.
Unnatural 20. And a 16. Rolled
All
very
right.
low.
Let me see
Very
something. All right. So it has an AC of 13. So you did hit it.
Twice, right? So it'll be 15
yeah.
and 18 points of damage.
All right.
So
That's-
33 total. And it's force damage.
all right. Yep. Gotcha. This thing is gnarly, by the way. It is rotten to the core. It's got holes in its wings. It's a wonder how it flies. And it's just kind of circling above your heads.
How messed up does Krivish look? I know you know it's fine.
He's right next to you. I would say you can look at him as a free action without giving exact numbers. Krivish, how are you looking?
I've been better, but I'm not that rough.
Okay, then I'll stay where I am. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So Azia is going to move. Now she's just going to use her spiritual weapon and attack the zombie next to her. Yeah, that's going to hit. What am I doing? This zombie is gone. She's then going to use. I'm just trying to see if they have any. I don't think they have any vulnerabilities or to necrotic damage. No, she's gonna. Does she really want to use inflict wounds on a zombie? No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Let's see. You know what? She's gonna hit this motherfucker in the head with her cat's paw staff. Her and her spiritual weapon are gonna tag team these guys. Yeah, and that's gonna hit her for force damage. Come on. Really slowing me down today. There we go. For 10 points. Does not kill the skeleton. That's going to end her turn. She doesn't need to move her spiritual weapon just yet. She's going to keep it next to her. Lukai. And Kaya after him.
Lukai is going to continue hitting the skeleton in front of him until he kills it.
Okay.
He wants his action.
Solid plan.
Come on. That's alright, I get another one. Alright, that's a little better. The 17 hit?
Oh, yeah. Even though he's armored, it does hit him.
2d8 plus 8. That was supposed to be 2 again. What the hell? So that's another 19 points of bludgeoning damage. Is this dude dead yet?
You bring this tree root down on this busted ass skeleton's helmet, and he hits him so hard that this thing just collapses into armor pieces and bones on the ground, just scatters him around, and he drops what looks like a kind of like a Dane axe that he was holding with one hand, and the other one's a hand axe. So one of them's a great axe. Yeah, one of them's a great axe.
Yeah, I'll pick that one up.
All right. It has a skeletal hand like stapled to it.
That's fine.
Yeah. You'd have to expend an action to remove it.
It adds to the patina of it.
Yeah. All adds to the flavor. All right. You get one more attack, and I'm gonna count your switching weapons as a bonus action.
Okay, then I'm gonna attack this guy down here. This fat zombie.
I'm gonna get rid of your armored guy. Okay. All right. That's a 22.
Yeah,
and you know how much damage great axes have? I think it's 1d.
What is it? Like a d12?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is. You can roll with that.
Yeah, it's a 12.
Make sure. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You're not very familiar with it.
No, Jesus Christ.
Wow. I'm not used to the balance of it yet.
The fact that it has a skeletal hand, it's kind of weird.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Yeah, you got the bugs out. You got the rust off. That's okay.
So Kaya is going to spend a key point to disengage.
All right.
Move.
Where you want it?
Move over there.
Okay. The wyvern is 60 feet above you.
Great, love that.
Not next to you.
Good to know. Oh, she still has plenty of movement, so she'll go up on this guy if she can't reach that guy, and then schweck that guy.
Which guy? The armored dude?
That one. Just to the right of where she is now.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. And
there is a corpse on the ground.
I'm not worried about
it. She's not worried about it either.
18 to hit.
That hits. This guy's armored as well and is holding weapons.
And then it's higher, so that is also a hit.
Hey, wait, he's blinded. I think you get advantage.
You do.
Yeah, roll that again. See if you get a crit.
I do.
Ooh. Nice.
Okay, so one regular and one crit. So 8. There it is. First one, 8. 16 plus 4 is 20 for one hit, and then 5 plus 4 is 9, so 29 total.
This armored skeleton, with your expert use of a banister rod, crack him in the head and just separate his head from his shoulders. It goes flying to the left, topples on the ground, rolls a few times, and the skull falls out of the helmet. And the body tumbles to the ground.
Very excited. And that's my turn.
Yeah. All right. Hamish is going to use 2 attacks on this zombie next to him with his stick. He literally just has a stick. And he's going to actually hit both times and drop this zombie here. Yeah. So, that is going to be his turn. Come on. Anyway. Before we get to Yuno's turn, however, it's 4:25. We're a little late for a break. We'll make it a quick one, though, because Steph and Ken have to jet out at 5, so we'll make it a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be back here at 4:35 Eastern Standard Time. All right? All right. Get your drinks, hit the head, and let's continue this battle. See you in a bit. Hello, everybody.
Yo.
All right, we're back. And more importantly, can hear me? Well,
Maybe.
it sounds like you can hear me,
I can hear you.
which is good. Which is good, because you're next on The Price is Right.
Price is wrong, Bobby.
Price is wrong, bitch. Also, Ken, just point of order, if you could shoot me like a text, either over Messenger or over Discord, just give me a few spells once your turn comes around that I could like grab and throw at these fuckers. And Steph, the same goes to you. Give me a couple options is what you do on your turn. Unless Baranor, you want to take it.
I would need her to do the same thing for me, because last time that didn't work out so well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Disintegrate on the fucking Wyvern.
All right.
He's got to make a Dex save. DC 18.
Let me just pull his stats up. Okay, he has a great dex of 0. And I got a 7. So roll that damage.
Stop. So 41 plus 40. So 81 points of force damage.
Whoa. Well, this thing does not disintegrate, but you just knocked a huge chunk out of its vim and vigor.
And just for fun, I'm going to use my telekinetic shove and try to push his bitch ass 5 feet.
Okay. Now he's got a pretty good strength, but I got a 2, so that's a 6.
So
Pushing or pulling?
I'm going to push him up.
All right, he is 65 feet in the air. And if he had lungs, he'd be coughing right now.
That ends my turn.
All right, Baranor, you are next.
All right, question for you. How far away is Ara?
How far away is Ara? Oh, well, at this point, I'm going to need you to make a perception check on that.
Okay.
You did see her she took off ass over tea kettle towards the needle atop her broom.
29?
29? Yeah, you can see she's about, well, let's see here. Where are you?
I mean, it was just one round ago, was it not?
I'm on the building.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
Trying to see.
I mean, she just fled one round ago, did she not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just she's got a lot of speed. She has a shit ton of speed on that thing. I'm going to say she's at least 200 feet away at this point.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action steady aim, and then I'm going to take a shot at her.
Okay.
So steady aim gives me advantage.
I like how none of you see Baranor shoot, and none of you see who he hits. This is just for Baranor. Because she's
25.
so far away that she's been lost to the tops of the buildings for everyone else. You said 25?
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. I'm going to need a strength check from her.
Right.
'Cause I'm
She got an 18.
Okay. Then I will also ask for a dex save from her.
All right. Little bit better with the dex, but not as good as her strength. That's a 16.
Okay. This is going to be weird because I don't know how the mechanics work on this. So I'm deducting 1 from my sneak attack to impose trip.
She does not have legs. Like in this instance, she's not using her legs to move.
I know it, but I don't know. There's just the wording of trip is if the target is large or smaller, it must succeed a DC 18 Dex save or have the prone condition.
Okay, well she's that's not going to apply here.
Okay, all right.
We can say that she is now covered in vines.
Well, no, that would be in the entangle which she passed.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, she's not trippable because you can't get anything under where her what's rooting her is the broom, and you can't get under it. I mean, you can, but it won't do anything. She's not anchored to the ground where she can be falling prone.
Would I know that, or
no. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say the amount of times Baranor has shot at someone on a broom is not a zero-sum game, but
okay,
it's definitely not up there enough to know that.
Okay. Then so that's one D4, 1D D6 down. D4? D6. D6. And then I'm going to use another D6 to do my where is it? Withdraw action or withdraw feature. So she only gets 2 D6s for the sneak attack. Yeah. So she took 11 points of damage on that.
Okay. Yeah, you stuck her hard in her frickin' shoulder blade from that far away. Yeah. I mean, you got her. She's all of a sudden she's just flying away, and she just gets hit with an arrow, and it's like her first instinct is, did someone from my side just shoot that at me? Like, what the hell? She didn't expect that from you at all.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here. Use a withdrawal.
You did a point of psychic damage.
I'll do the withdrawal feature for that, and then why not? I'll just take another shot at her, but this will be a flat roll.
Okay.
And 16 probably won't hit her.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. That one sails over her head.
Okay. That's my turn.
Which is kind of almost going the same speed, so it's like a cruise missile and a Sidewinder silent up to each other in midair.
Yeah.
Alrighty. It is the Mellish brothers' turn. They're gonna split up actually, so I'm gonna do what I should have done and just copy and paste. That's not to say that they're the same. They are 2 distinct people, even though they're twins.
Distinct individuals with their own hopes and dreams.
That's right. Their own loves, their own hatreds, mostly for people who don't speak Dwarven. Okay, one guy's here, and one guy is... Okay, so this is going to be Amos, and this is going to be Marcos. They're going to split up. He's going to hop down, and Marcos, is going to go for Strigor's whip. As he grasps it and holds it up, the actual handle is about 2 feet long. It's got a long handle for a whip. And the chain on it is less a chain and more of a rotten kind of ropey cord. And it's about 3 feet long, so it's not a terribly long whip. But at the end of that whip, it's wrapped around and fastened just a regular looking skull. It's beaten up, several teeth are missing. It looks like it's been struck a few times. But it just looks like a regular skull. And as he grasps it, he kind of like stands straight up, and a little bit of green light emits from his eyes, and a little bit of green light emits from his mouth. And he just kind of like holds it for a second and then puts it down. And Baranor, I think you're the one who speaks Dwarven. You hear him kind of shout like, "Fuck! It's cursed! Don't anyone touch it!" And his brother is going to move all the way over here. He's going to skid past these guys and miss their opportunity attack because he's actually 10 feet in the air. And he's going to hop down over here and make 2 strikes with his daggers. That's a hit. That's a very good hit. That's a 23. So his damage is pretty substantial because he doesn't get sneak attack. Well, he's got sneak attack because this guy did not see him coming. He's an assassin. He can do that. So that is going to be with his short sword. He has a short sword and a dagger. I meant to say that. He does not have 2 daggers. I'm bringing real dice next time. This is ridiculous. Just trying to make one roll here. So that's damage just for his dagger. Ay. All right. I'm going to my phone. This is for the birds. All right. Thank you, Ken, for your list. Rolling the dice. There we go.
No problem on the list. I actually got to jump off, so.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
See you all in 2 weeks.
Yep. We'll see you, bud. And, there he goes. Sailing off into the sunset.
There goes my hero.
So, yeah, Koza, Iona, and Reaper. Iona, would you mind swapping places with her just so she can get one more turn before she leaves? Would that be all right?
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, I'm going to give you a little buff as a reward. We'll get to that. Okay. This guy is definitely dead. And he's going to throw his dagger at this skeleton who is not vulnerable to piercing, which is funny. You'd think it would be. Yeah, he's going to hit the crap out of that thing. And, do I dare? Dare. Yeah, he's definitely going to get sneak attack damage. Okay, and this skeleton is no more. Okay, Koza, you are up.
All right. I am just going to try to crunch these zombies down that are around me. So I'm going to move my spiritual weapon, make it attack the skeleton.
Okay. Make it move. That's a good
16
hit.
3, that's 19. So that's, I think that's a D8. If I remember correctly. Yes. Plus 3. That's
Not bad.
6 points of radiant damage. And then I'm going to whack it with my Moonglaive, which definitely hits, and that's another 8 points slashing.
All right. Yeah, they do not have any weaknesses or buffs against piercing or slashing. You'd think a skeleton, I don't know,
Yeah.
piercing damage from like an arrow.
I see what you're saying.
I thought they were vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
They are, but piercing and slashing, I feel like wouldn't do as much to a skeleton. It's like trying to shoot a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
You know, but you sure can bash them to pieces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bones are brittle.
Okay. Well, that skeleton is dead. He drops a spear.
I'm just gonna, as soon as he's dead, I'm gonna move in his space.
Okay. Let me get him out of your way here. Oh, you can just step over him. I'm having severe speed issues with my computer. But that's okay. I can still see everybody. There we go. All right. If that's your turn,
Yes, it is.
Reaper, you take advantage of the laws of nature and luck and speed through time about 2 seconds.
Okay. I would like to cast Fireball centered, if I can make this work, because I haven't figured out how to use the drawing tool yet. Centered on this guy.
All right, that will hit his wizard friend as well, who is up on a roof.
Should hit like most of the people in this area.
Yeah, I'm gonna once I get to
whoever
it.
that is gonna be able to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to him. That's pretty much everybody up here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just do this. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage, and I'll have them roll their saves. Because I know you gotta jet soon.
That'll be 10d6 or 31 points of damage.
All right. A dex save from a skeleton. Ooh, he got a really good save. He definitely passed. He got a 21.
He did.
And the wizard gets a natural 20.
It's a 20
I'm sorry.
radius, not a 20-foot diameter, so it's twice that.
It's twice that big. Oh, so I got a few more guys to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got your back here. Hold on. No, it's weird. It will let me draw it, but it won't let me stretch it. 20 feet radius. So much. Okay. We'll move it so that it gets as many people as possible. Do you want to avoid the Mellish brothers?
You. I mean, I have faith that they'll get out of the way.
Right. Well, I think they're going to be okay. I don't think they're in there. All right, so that's an additional 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. That's a 6. What do I got to beat?
19.
Oh, yeah. So far, everybody but the wizard failed. That's a natural 1. And that's all of them but the wizard fail. So cool.
31 or 15.
All right. Yeah, you just dropped everybody. Everybody except the wizard.
And
so
I'll stay with you.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Peace out.
We'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Massive attack here. All right. Who's next? Iona. Nope, you're further down. You're where she was.
Yeah.
Okay. It is Krabish's turn.
All right, so with my bonus action, I am going to move Bigby's hand 60 feet down, or 55 feet down, and punch the shit out of that wyvern.
Let me see. Can I wrangle up a mini for a hand now that it's in the field of play? It's not precariously above. What would be a cool mini for Bixby's hand? How about a gorilla? Sure. You want a gorilla?
Sure. I rolled an 18 on the attack.
All right. That definitely hits the wyvern.
All right, so he's going to take 7d8 of force damage.
Is it 5 feet wide, your hand?
Huh?
Is Bigsby's hand 5 feet wide? Is it like a, I don't know, medium creature?
It's a large.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. All right, so 7d8 of force damage.
All right.
34 points of force damage. Got blasted from below, shoved, and now just bam.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's enough for you to knock it, I'll say 20 feet away down as it just kind of loses its arcane cohesion from soul to body. So if you want to stay with it, I'm not quite going to give you an opportunity to attack, but you can stay with it. It's now 45 feet above the battlefield.
Okay, we're good.
If that makes sense to anybody else on the field. Anything else for your turn? Krabish?
Yeah, I'm going to use my action.
Okay.
To make a melee attack at that mofo.
All right.
11.
11 hits a zombie. But it's not pretty.
Actually, wait, it was a natural 1. I missed.
Ah. That's too bad.
It is.
You're concentrating on Bigsby's hand and you're just kind of like poking at the zombie and it's just like swatting at your sword.
Yep. So, anywho, That ends my turn.
Okay. All right. It is, I believe, the Walking Rot's turn. Come on. Oh my god. I need to figure out what is draining my memory.
And at this point, I'm going to use my legendary action for the Hopton Archers. Since there's been some separation between me and the hand, I'm going to have them shoot towards the wyvern.
Okay. Does the hand... So you were not staying with the wyvern as the hand, correct?
Well, I moved my maximum movement.
Right.
The hand moved its maximum movement, and then you said you knocked the... So the hand can't move anymore if I wanted it to right now this round.
So the hand is now above the wyvern. So
Yes.
And you're only above it by 20 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that the hand would probably be in the volley range as these guys are shooting like up in the big wide arc that comes down.
Fair
They
enough.
would probably hit it too.
Okay. So roll. That's a 13 attack.
That just hits the wyvern.
Okay, it will not hit Bigby's hand though,
Okay.
because the hand has an AC of 20.
So I'll say a couple of the arrows stick into Bigsby's hand, and you're just like, oh, now it's got little pins in it, but it doesn't really do anything.
All right, so now for my D100.
Roll your D100 and then roll your bow damage.
6.
Hey, that's pretty good. All right.
8.
All right. So a little more than half. We'll call it 5. Okie dokie. Yeah. That worked.
Okay, then. There goes
Okay.
that legendary action.
All right. The wyvern. Wyvern's going to dive. And dive down. They're not very smart even when they're alive. I don't think it's going to attribute you, Kravish, to this hand, but it's definitely going to fly away from it. And definitely going to go for Reaper. She's just closer. Bogey, if you want to just, I don't know if you can go grab her sheet. I just need to know her AC to see if I hit her.
Got it.
All right. It's going to make 2 attacks, one with its bite, one with its stinger. The first attack is not very good, but it's a 14.
That misses.
All right. The stinger is much, much better. That's going to be a 24.
That is.
Okay. She needs to make a con save.
Okay.
So this is going to be...
She got a 16 on con.
I think you're probably good. Yep. You're good there.
Okay.
She's going to take 13 points of piercing damage, and she is not going to take any poison damage. Oh, excuse me. She is. She's going to take half of this. My bad. She's going to take 12 points of poison damage cut in half, so 6.
Okay.
All right. Kravish, slam against you. Wait, how many points did you didn't strike this guy, right? You missed him.
I missed him. That is correct.
All right. He is going to actually hit you for an unnatural 22.
Yeah,
Rolled
that hits.
exceptionally high. But fear not, for the zombie is weak. And 1. Wow, I'm going to have to roll dice on my phone too. It's just taking so long. I apologize for the slowness. All right, 5 points of bludgeoning damage against Kravish. So, who else? Lukai, you got 2 against you. That's going to be a 21 against you for 1 hit. Another 21. I just rolled 2 double 18s. Right. So, that's going to be 2 successful slams. That's 7 points total of damage against Lukai. This guy's going to move up too. He's going to attack as well. What the hell? Natural 20. Holy crap. So that's 10. That's 11 points more against Lukai. And this guy's going to move up to the Mellish brothers. He's going to slam attack him.
Don't forget to half that damage against the orc because he's raging.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so that's 5. 5 points. Yeah, I just rolled another natural 18 against the Mellish brothers, but that does not hit whoever this guy is. This is Amos. That does not hit Amos. He's wearing armor. Come on. Okay. Anyway. All right. Yuno's getting 2 slam attacks. Natural 8 won't hit him. Natural 3 won't hit him. That's good on Yuno. This guy will not get to him, but it will get to Azia. So Azia gets 2 strikes. That's a 7. That misses. Oh, that's an 18. That will hit her. Zia will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And then Iona, you get 2. These guys are just hammering on you. That's only going to be a third. No, that's going to be a 14, which I'm sure misses you. That one's going to also be very low. That's going to be less. Koza, 1 for you. That's going to be all of 12.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah. Bad luck. Zombies. The spellcasters, however. This guy right here, up on this roof, you see him look down at Marcos, who had just slain a zombie with his short sword and dagger, and he points his finger at him. And he's going to cast a spell. And it looks pretty powerful. I'm going to see what... I think you guys might be close enough to him. But I do believe Yuno used his reaction already this turn. He might be out.
Yeah, and I don't have enough high-level spell slots left to do anything.
Yeah, Yuno sees him, but he can't do anything. He just used his reaction.
Right.
Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. He's going to cast Power Word Stun. I do believe old Marcos gets a chance to counter that, or at least save from it. Just looking up the deets. Yeah, his only 8th level spell. Okay, yeah. Marcos falls down prone.
Ow.
You all watch Marcos. He just kind of the wizard kind of points his finger at Marcos and emits this vile, hatred-sounding word. And that kind of, those of you who are close enough to see this happen barely can hear what he's whispering, but it sounds vile and vicious, as if hissed from a demon. Marcos's face goes stark white. He goes rigid and just falls flat down on his back. And you hear Amos across the field watch his brother fall down, what looks like fall down dead, and you hear him curse in Dwarvish. The other spellcaster, man, oh man, is my computer frozen. Too much stuff. Okay. This guy is definitely going to throw a witch bolt. But who's he going to go for? I'm going to say he's going to shoot this down towards the other problem people, a concentration. There's 2 of you together, so he's going to pick a Koza and shoot it at you. With his witch bolt. Yeah, that's going to be a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Very good roll. He's upcasting this too.
Oh, shit.
All right, he's only upcasting this to 3, so it's gonna be a significant amount of damage. There we go. Yeah, that's 21 points of lightning damage, and you feel this psychic connection between you and this wizard as he kind of grapples your mind, and you feel that black lightning bolt almost ethereally translucent sort of crackle across the field constantly from your mind to his mind as he holds his hand out, and you can feel him holding that connection.
Thinking about your 5th birthday party.
Yeah, no bad thoughts. He'll see them too.
You'd be like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Thought of the most benign thing I could.
Mr. Stay Puft. Nothing could hurt us like a giant marshmallow man. All right, that is, I believe, everybody's turn. Iona, finally, we get back to you. You are next.
Okay, question. If I move here, am I going to get opportunity attacks, or am I not going to because I'll still be next to the 2 ones that I'm currently next to?
If you leave the 5-foot space surrounding any target, they will have an opportunity of attack, as well as everyone that you leave. Like if you just book it and there's 3 people surrounding you, they will all get opportunity of attacks. If you only leave the space of 1, you only incur 1.
Okay, do you know, I wasn't going to get much more by moving anyway, so I'm just going to stay where I am and do turn undead, so that all of the undead within 30 feet need to make a wisdom saving throw.
30 feet.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's pretty much everybody around you. This guy on the roof as well, but not this guy over by the fire at the bottom. He's going to make it. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bad guys I got to make whiz saves for. That's going to be they have a -1, so that's a 16. That's a 10. It's that's going to be a 3, sorry. That's going to be a 11. That's going to be a natural 1. That's going to be a 7. And a 11. So the highest I think was a 16 or something, and I don't even think that made it.
None of them made it. So what that means is if they are challenge rating of 3 or less, they are destroyed instantly, and if they're higher than that, then they are turned.
3. I don't think any of them qualify. Let me make sure real fast. Nope. That's a quarter challenge for a zombie and a quarter challenge for a skeleton. All right, everybody around you just poofs out of existence. How do you want to do this? That's really cool. I want you to describe this scene. How do you want to do that?
Yeah, Iona grasps her holy symbol in her fist and just raises it, and you just see her lips move slightly and she focuses, and then just this presence rushes out from her, and the undead just are blasted into dust and the remains of what used to be bone.
Nice. Yes, the field all around the whole bottom left quadrant of the field is just completely almost like a blast outwards, dusting, cleaning the whole streets of dust and undead as everything just gets blasted. Their flesh kind of turns it turns illuminated for a brief moment as it just fizzles out of existence, blowing outward from Iona's position. A masterful display of dogmatic energy.
Okay, and then The wyvern dives down to get to Reaper, right? Is it within 20 feet of my spiritual weapon, or is it still just a bit too far away for that?
It is ground level. It attacked her.
Okay.
And then it got pummeled and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you'd be able to... You can skid across the map with your spiritual weapon and hit it.
Okay, yeah, in that case, bonus action, I move my spiritual weapon, and then I'm going to slash at it for 22.
That hits. It's not doing too great either.
Yeah, so that's 11 force damage.
All right. Yeah, you just kind of hack... You actually connect a few of the holes in its wings and just slash this huge chunk of its flyable wings. I'm going to say you just grounded the wyvern.
Okay. And can I just check, did I get these two at the bottom with my...
you got this guy. Sorry, I missed him. You got the guy on the roof, but not the dude next to him. That was a little too far away.
It's 30 feet, is he?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I drew a big circle and I thought I got him. So that guy's gone. Oh, shit. How far does that go? Anytime I try to do anything, it freezes for a minute. Yeah, that's the limit right there. Ooh, you hit him. You hit that guy.
If he's undead.
Oh, no, he's not undead. Thank you all for being honest.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm actually within 25 feet of the wyvern.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess it was some saving throws as well.
Yeah. What do I have to beat?
18.
I got a 17.
Okay, yeah, so it is turned.
However...
Oh?
No. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt your thought.
No,
yeah, it's a challenge of 6. It's a challenge of 6.
It's not going to be destroyed. It won't be insta-destroyed like the other ones, but it's going to have to spend its turn trying to move as far away from me as it can, and it can't really move within 30 feet of me.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's afraid, right? That's kind of how that works. It's frightened.
Yeah. And to be honest, it did just see me, eviscerate, 8 things, which are not exactly the same as it, but aren't entirely different, so...
Also, funny thing, it does not seem to be super interested in attacking anybody in particular either. It's just kind of going for whoever's near it. Okay. I'm guessing that ends your turn now.
Yeah, that does.
Well, you have all of your movement if you would like to move.
Yeah, I do have all of my movement. I might just move over here so that I have just a bit more options wherever I want to go next.
Rightio. Kravish, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Okay. Alright, so for my bonus action, I am going to again engage Bigby's hand. Instead, he's going to come down and lay the wood down on this guy.
Alright.
I need to make a spell attack. 12.
A 12 does not hit the wizard, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm rolling like shit. Okay. So now for my action, I am going to go ahead and attack again this guy.
Okie dokie.
And as I attack, I am going to use one of my channel divinity slots to utter a vow of enmity against him.
Oh, shit. What the hell does that do?
I have advantage on attack rolls against him for 1 minute, or until I use it again.
He is in awe of you, Kravish. So much so, he makes a mistake and you get him. You get him.
All right. Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Natural 1 and an 11, so for a 21 total.
Oh no, I refuse. What do you get total on that natural 1? Oh no, you have
11.
advantage. Never mind.
I had advantage, so 21.
21 definitely hits. I'll say in your mind you thought of a bad joke and decided not to say it while you hit him.
So 8 points of piercing, 3 points of radiant.
All right. He falls before the might of your blade. As soon as I can move him out of there, I will, but you are alone on the field.
Okay. And then now that I'm finally free, I'm going to go ahead and move here to give our orc friend at least flanking on this fella.
Good idea.
And that ends my turn.
All right, let me just bring my dice. All right. So, let's just deal with the Witch Bolt first. Let's see. I don't think I get to use the upcasted damage on the repeat. I think it's just a D12. It is. So, Koza, you take... No, that's what I did first. You take 8 points of lightning damage right off the bat.
Hi, Chihuahua.
Yeah. Yeah. The wizard at the top is... What level is that spell? He might not have that. Oh, he does. He is going to also cast Blight. And unfortunately, Marcos will... Let me see here. Yeah. He's going to auto-fail this because he is unconscious, or he is stunned. He cannot make any saves. Oh boy. So this wizard up here just points his finger at Marcos again. And this time you see erupt from his hand these twisting vines of black and brown and sickly green energy crackling and surrounds Marcos's body. And you watch the life drain out of his flesh and just sort of like dissipate into the ground beneath him. His skin like shrink wraps against his bones. And he's not moving. Not that he was a minute ago, but he's not moving even more. And Amos just kind of turns and looks and sees this, and the fires of hell rage behind his eyes. Okay, the wyvern is going to make a wing attack, which is going to get him
moving away from me for its actions.
Yes, he's doing a wing attack. He's doing a wing attack, which will bring him upwards, which would be away from you.
So Reaper would get an opportunity attack as well.
Well, that's not how a wing attack works. She actually has to make a strength save or be knocked prone.
Oh, we're doing a wing buffet. Oh, excuse me.
It's okay. Baranor, you got that, or you want me to roll that?
What am I doing?
Wait, I just read the turn undead thing. It says for its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. Does that mean that it can't attack or...
Well, yeah, I would say it does. I would say he can only just scramble away as fast as he can.
Yeah, that's the only thing on his mind, getting the hell away.
The dash action does not prevent opportunities. So yeah, Reaper, let's have her swing at this thing with whatever she's got, her sword or her dagger or whatever. Yeah, that's a good point. Good catch, Ellie. Hanging on. In the meantime, I'm going to attack Lukai 3 times.
All right, I don't know what she has equipped, so I'm just going to do the
She has
dagger.
a sickle or a dagger. I think they're the same.
I think, yeah.
Okay. So 19 against Lukai, which hits.
It's a
Natural
13.
1. 13. I think that's what you need. Yes, that's what you need. So she can go ahead and roll damage with her sickle.
5.
And 5 points against the wyvern. All right. She slashes at its legs as it takes off into the air, away. Lukai, 2 of these guys slam into you with their rotten arms. So you're gonna tank this, I'm sure. You're gonna take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, which is halved to 6. Let's see. This guy has already acted because he's got Witch Bolt up. I'm going to say that this zombie up here by Amos he's going to miss, because now Amos is just concentrating on getting to his brother. Hamish is not, Strigor is dead. I think that's everybody, if it'll let me move stuff. It's kind of coming back to life a little, my computer. Yeah, that is everybody. So, who's next? That would be... I went too far down. Reaper.
All right. So where is the wyvern now?
The wyvern is now... Oh, geez, it can use its dash action.
Wait, the wyvern will keep moving until it's attacked. If we don't attack it, it'll keep running away for 1 minute, but Turn Undead stops if it takes any damage, so...
Got it, but it's no longer next to Reaper, though, right?
Well, it went to leave and she hit it, and it stopped moving, so it's now hovering above her 5 feet in the air.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Hey, she didn't know that.
Whoopsie doodle.
Okay, well, Steph, you on? I don't know. Does Eldritch Blast, is that disadvantage if it's 5 feet?
Well, why don't we all look it up and see who gets there first?
Okay. Because she told me to do that, but the thing is right there.
Yeah. Nope, it just has a range of 120 feet. It doesn't have a minimum or maximum.
Right, but it's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
I thought that only invoked, that was just, ranged normal weapon attack and not spells, unless it specifically says so.
I thought that's something like, was it Spell Sniper or Warcaster can cast when you're 5 feet next to somebody?
Yeah. It looks like if you make a ranged attack, including a spell attack, you got disadvantage on your attack roll if you're within 5 feet.
Okay. So I need to either move away.
You got a touch spell or something?
She has one.
She's a warlock.
Yeah, I know.
What do they got?
I got chill touch. Let me do that.
There you go.
That's a cantrip. All right. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And 29 necrotic damage.
Okay. All right. Reaper grabs this thing by the tail as it's flopping around, and she starts pulling on it as she invokes this demonic ice out of her hands that crawls up the creature's body and starts to crystallize and frost across its bones and rotten flesh, to the point where as she pulls, it almost feels like she's going to snap its tail in two, but instead she pulls it to the ground, and this thing gets covered in a layer of ice crystals all the way up until its back legs, and you see those crystals start to grow inside the body and out the eye holes and mouth holes, and this thing stops moving. It is dead.
Okay. Well, it was already dead. Dead.
It's deader. I think that's the official nomenclature.
It's redeaded.
DED. Okay. Oh, can I move her?
I'll move her wherever you want, if
Okay.
you want me to.
Actually, she's probably good where she's at right now.
Okay.
So, yeah. She'll stay right there. And I think that ends her turn. I don't know any of her bonus actions.
All right. So I've got 4 NPCs that I have to muscle through here. So before any of that happens, let's see. When does the walking rock go next? That's not for a little while, is it? Oh my God, dice roller, get out of my way. Okay. Above your heads, you see once again that glittery holographic visage of Ara. She materializes once more, except the first time you saw her, she seemed like she was taunting you all. Now, it's different. She seems like she's sweating. There's a little bit of dirt or blood at her chin. She's more haggard. Her hair is more messy. Her hat is askew. And she just, you hear her kind of address the entire village of the Needle. Bring all forces, all slaves to the Needle's base. We will turn them. We will turn them all. They will feast on these intruders and bring my niece to me. And with that, Azia is just going to... She's going to throw something nasty at this wizard and then move along the map. I just got to pick what she's going to do.
These hand flips are the bird.
Yeah. She sees it, it seems. I think she probably would. How high is Bigby's hand right now? Pretty high up.
It's actually about up at the level of the rooftop of the building because I brought it down on the wizard.
Yeah, so she just sees this middle finger, glittering pink light, just kind of raised, just barely, almost even with the rooftops, but she saw it.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of gives a, and then that visage goes away, glitters to darkness, leaving the crescent moon under your, or over your heads. All right, she's going to move her full motion across the field. It won't let me do anything. And anyway, she's going to throw a guiding bolt at this wizard. She's going to get a natural 20. That's probably less than she can move. So, he now has advantage on an attack against him. And I believe some of y'all had already hit him a couple times, but I don't think he's not looking that bad. 46 radiant damage. Hell yeah. All right, she does 11 points, and he now has advantage on him. Lukai, what are you doing? You know what? She's going to move her spiritual weapon and hit him with it. Go ahead, Noah. I can do this in the background.
All right.
She's definitely gonna hit him.
I am going to move. Let's see, how far away is that zombie? Okay.
It is not Koza's turn. It is Lukai's turn.
Oh, okay. I'll say I will hit the zombie in between me and Travish, just because I will have advantage because we are flanking.
Alrighty.
So I'm just gonna roll 2 d20s and we'll go from there. Okay, so does what is that?
AC of 8.
23?
AC of 8.
22?
AC of 8.
Okay.
You're
So that's a d12. Yeah. So that's 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Plus,
well, it'd be bludgeoning.
2, I think, is a raid.
Oh no, you've got the great axe.
I have a great axe.
That's right.
Am I still raging, or is that like a...
Of course you are. You've been attacking this whole game.
And I think I get a little extra damage. Hang on.
It's +2.
Yeah.
Does that go up? He's level 10.
Here. We can find that out.
I know either it's right around level 10 that you get to increase that.
Yeah, you're right. It's a +3 now, so that's a 13
Nice.
points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I get another one.
Which part of this zombie do you want to be cleaved in twain?
I want to cut him from his shoulder down to his waist. Just cut him right in half.
Yeah, he slips. You slip that axe through his flesh like a butcher's knife, and he just kind of splits off in two different directions at Kravish's feet. And Kravish, you get guts on your toenails.
Ick.
Yeah, it's got a real instant odor.
And then on the backswing, I want to hit this fat zombie behind me.
Yeah. He's real tall too, so you're getting like chest to stomach area.
That's a 12. I don't think that hits.
12 hits a zombie.
All right, coolio.
Especially him, he's slow because he's got like
All
a
right.
big swollen. He's got like a swollen
That's a
right
full
leg.
15 points of slashing.
How much?
15.
15. How do you want to do it with this guy?
I want to just carve out a big hole in his belly.
Yeah. His guts just pour black and dark red and almost like an orangey kind of sheen as the rotting stench hits you as you open him up. All over your feet, his guts spill all the way up to the tops of your ankles, and they just spread out towards Kravish. And Kravish, you get different guts on your toenails. This thing just emptied itself out.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Like you can form words at this point.
Yeah.
I think that's
all right.
all I can do, unless I get 3 attacks.
No, he's only level 10. He gets 2. It is Kaya's turn. I gotta do this. Hold on, or I'll never remember. Kaya is currently not near any enemies. Bogey, you're free to act on her behalf as well. I'll move her wherever you want. Bogey. Uh-oh. Did we lose?
Sorry. I was away from the keyboard. Okay. Which ones?
Kaya is down here by the wyvern. You can't move her, but I can.
Okay.
And she is not currently... There's nobody near her right now.
Okay. Let's move her right here
Okay.
and attack this guy.
All right. Give me 2 strikes with the quarterstaff.
Do you know what I'm adding for that?
I sort of super do. I just
Wait,
gotta go
plus
to a different app.
It's a zombie,
It's-
right?
It's +7, and it's 1d8
Plus 7 to hit.
4.
Okay, but it's the
There we
zombie I'm attacking, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't need to really roll that
If you
high.
don't roll a 1, you're gonna hit.
Yeah. Okay, so both of those hit 2d8 plus 8.
Now, I don't know if you can see this, so I'll see if I can make him big momentarily. This one is armored.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so he's a little harder to hit, and a 12 does not hit.
That's just a flat roll of the 12.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't know
plus 7, was it?
Yeah, so a 19 would hit him.
Okay. And then 4 plus 8, 12 points of damage to him.
All right. Okie day. Hamish is going to run at this zombie and hit him for 2 strikes.
Is the
That's a
turn
good
order
hit.
not working anymore?
That's
It's not auto advancing.
Okay.
Yeah, my computer's being super slow. I didn't know that's... all this time, I didn't know you guys could see that. I thought that you guys saw it if you moved it.
No.
I didn't know that. Wow. All right, well, that should be all the NPCs at the top now.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting. Okay. Both of his attacks are going to hit. And he is going to basically stamp this. He's got like a foot-long short club in his hand. It's just a stick, and he's going to smash this zombie's head into paste. It is dead. Now, this side of the field is pretty much clear.
Well, there's this guy hiding out over here.
Yeah, he is hiding. All right. That's going to end Hamish's turn. And I'm pretty sure he can continue. And he will. Up in the direction of the not looking so good dwarf. All right. That's right. I need to bring up his list. You know what? I think this is right in Kenny's wheelhouse. He's going to cast Banishment, but I wonder if he needs to be closer. Let's see if he does. He's going to try to banish this guy. If he can't get to him, he's going to move, or he'll do the other guy. All right. I don't think Yuno's concentrating on anything. And it's got a 60-foot range, so let's see where does that put him. Of course. Wow. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, he can reach him. He's going to cast Banishment. The other guy up there is going to counterspell him. So that means that Yuno has to make a con save. And I know what his con is. And he definitely failed his con save. So unfortunately, this guy counterspells his Banishment, which I'm sure Ken would be very, very pissed about. And therefore, Yuno would be very pissed. So instead, he's going to... You know what? He's going to try to telekinetically pull that wizard. But first, he's going to get closer. I think because he's got to. And the wizard needs to make a strength save, and the wizard got a natural 1. He's going to pull him forward 5 feet off of that roof, and he's going to topple down and take a d6 of fall damage, because yes, he is. You know what? He's really high up. He's going to take 2d6. And he's going to roll a 2 and a 1. Great. He takes 3 points of fall damage. Blech. All right. Well, that's Yuno's turn. Baranor, you are next.
All right. I'm going to move back up over here. And I'm going to Hunter's Mark this guy. I was very tempted to ask how far Ara was again.
Ara is, at this moment, out of view.
Okay. Give me sight beyond sight.
It's misty. I forgot to tell you, it's misty, so it gets hard to see distance.
Okay. All right.
You are in the Garden of Mist, after all.
Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to shoot him with my bow.
Bow and Naira.
It's just my bow.
Mm-hmm.
27?
27 does hit him.
All right. That's
hits him good.
Hunter's Mark. So 17 on that attack. Second attack. 22.
22 hits.
Okay. 11. And Hunter's Mark. 15. So we're looking at 32 points of damage.
Nice. Yeah, that one hurt. You caught him right in his guts. Like a gut shot with an arrow has to suck. You got him right in the guts. He spits out a little blood too, so you definitely hit him in like the stomach.
Wish the spiritual weapon counted as a friendly creature. But anyways, that's my turn.
All right. Okay. Amos is going to use all of his movement that he needs to get up to his brother, and he's going to hunch over his fallen form, and it looks like he's trying to shake him awake or something. He is then also going to pull from his hip what looks like a small leather. It's like a leather pouch, but it has a cork, and he's going to dump something into Marcus's mouth. And at this moment, it doesn't look like it's having any effect. And Marcos is going to not do anything this turn, but lay there and not look so great. So that's going to end their turn. Koza, you are next.
No, I thought... Oh, sorry. I misread. Excuse me.
You are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is fun. I'm having fun. You guys are fun to fight.
Can I move? How far can I move it?
Yeah, that would be within range, right? It's 20 feet movement. If it goes right there, you'll be able to hit that zombie.
All right, well then I'll do that then.
Yep, no worries.
That's move it. All right, 22.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 3. That's 10 points of radiant damage.
It falls dead.
All right. And then I'm just gonna splash at this skeleton again with my moonblade. Damn. That doesn't hit.
No, skeletons are a little hardier than that, just a bit.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Aw, okay. Iona, you are next, with Kravish after you.
Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to... Yeah, okay, I'm going to slash at the skeleton.
Slash away.
26.
26 definitely hits.
And then that's going to be a 6 plus an additional... Okay, so that's 10.
Yeah. Your sunblade kind of hooks into its rib cage, and instead of like slicing it clean, you just kind of dash its bones apart, and it just falls to the ground in a pile of bones.
Okay. Now, Marcos is down. Does he look like he's actively dying, or does he look stable?
From that distance, make a perception check and sacrifice your bonus action.
Oh, no, that would be deciding whether or not I'd use my bonus action. So that kind of makes it redundant. So in that case, I'm going to bring my... Can I move closer and not have to make it, or is it going to be sacrificing the bonus action no matter what?
If you use all of your speed, all of your movement, I'll let you do that for free.
I mean, yeah, sure. I will use my movement to get up here next to Yuna.
You can make that perception check then, at no cost to you.
Okay, that's a 12. Not fantastic, but...
I mean, right now, Amos is like hunched over him, and it's dark out. And, that far away, all you can see is Amos shaking Marcus's body. You don't see any blood. You don't see blood pooling under him or anything like that. You just see you can really only see his boots, the bottom of his boots, as his brother is over him, shaking him by the shoulders.
Okay, in that case, just in case it's what's required, I am going to bonus action spare the dying on him, just to make sure that he's definitely stable, even if he was already before, or he wasn't before, he's now no longer actively dying.
Well, you extend your fingers in that direction. You feel the energy leave your fingertips. However, you don't feel it has any effect on anything in that direction. You almost feel like the divine arcane energy leaving your fingers hits a wall very close to its target.
Well, we've learned something, man. That's going to be my turn.
Okay. Roll20 just decided to completely restart on me, so I'm waiting for that, but I believe Kravish is next.
Kravish is next. So for bonus action, Bigby's hand is going to again try to pummel Mage up top.
Okay. He is no longer up top. He is now on the ground.
On the ground.
And he's prone, so I would say you have advantage on this attack. Just a giant
21.
Just a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow hand. Or I guess it'd be a gorilla's hand. I don't know what it'd be. Big dragon hand, maybe.
So
a 21 does hit. A 21 does hit.
And that is 78 force.
78. Imagine if it was 78. That would suck.
38 force damage.
Wow. His big giant monkey fist just slams down onto his chest, enough to where he spurts out blood. And I guess what? Hovers like 5 feet above his head?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to use some movement. 25. And then now for my action. Do I have anything left in the tank?
For my next impression, Jesse Owens.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and look over at, Chucklehead right over here. And I'm going to use one of my last spell slots here to cast Dissonant Whispers.
All right. Is that you're going to have to tell me what you're looking at, because right now my screen is black. Which one? Who are you going after?
The guy on the left.
Yeah. What is that? Is that a zombie or a bad bad guy?
It's the mage.
Okay.
Right here on the left-hand border of the screen.
Wisdom save?
That is correct. DC 17 Wisdom save.
All right. He gets a 9, so that's only going to be a 10.
No. So he takes 15 points of psychic damage. I rolled shitty. And he must immediately use his reaction, if it's available, to move as far away from me as he can using the safest route.
What a coincidence. All right. I think I'm getting back. I don't know what the hell just happened, but I'm back into Roll20. Okay. Got it. He is afraid of you.
And he is booking ass away.
Yep. What else? What else you got?
Well, that about does it. Action, bonus action, movement. I'm good.
All right. So this zombie over here is definitely not going to... Well, I don't even know if you'd see him behind a wall of light. He is going to move away from this wall of light. He does not like it. This guy is indeed going to move off the map, but he's going to shout behind him, "It's because I wanted to, not because you making me."
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yeah, this mage is going to Misty Step away. You don't even see where he goes. Or he's going to attempt to. You know what? Just because I know is this much of a dick, he's definitely going to try to counterspell this guy with his Misty Step. Let's see if he does it. Con save. Very good con save. Even though he's got a -2 to his con, that's going to be a 17, which I think he's got to beat an 18, so he doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere.
Counterspelled him. He tried to get away. So instead, he is really going to risk it for the biscuit here. He's going to use half his movement, and he's going to run away from Bigsby's hand, so prepare that. And he's going to run through this fire and try to get away, and only get about... He's going to get just about off the map.
Okay. So is it okay for me to use my reaction to take an opportunity attack using Bigby's hand?
Yes, that would be what I meant by get ready. Because he's gonna scramble away from you, and you're like, nah.
24 to hit.
That hits.
That's another 29 points of force damage.
You slap this dude with Bigsby's hand, and he falls unconscious. I'm not going to say he's dead. You don't know if he's dead or not. But he is not off the map. He is still right there, right as he gets... Oh, man, you know what? Because it's awesome, he's going to fall unconscious as he slips by this big fire to his left. So he's about 3, maybe 2 feet away from the edge of this fire, out cold.
I just pimp slapped him.
Yeah. I don't care about the token settings. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So he is still there, but he is... We'll give him a shroud of blue because he's sleeping.
So sleepy.
Yeah. Well, that's not really a shroud, is it? Whatever. He's unconscious. Okay. There's one dude on the field, and he's next to Koza, so he's going to smash you in the face with his spear, which is broken, by the way, so this will be bludgeoning damage. And he's going to miss. You just catch it. You catch this stick with your hand. It's real cinematic. That is going to end his turn because there is no one else on the field and there's no one else showing up. Reaper is next.
I swear I hit the button. Okay. Let's see.
I can hear you.
Okay. So there's this guy.
Yeah, that guy and this guy. But you just, I don't know, you have crazy freaking sniper vision. So yeah, you watched that floating hand smack him and he just toppled to the ground.
Okay.
As he tried to get away, and now he's kind of on fire. He's real Anakin Skywalkering it.
Yeah. I think she has 5 or 4 at this point. Beams. 3 beams. Okay.
3.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna send. Yeah, screw it. I'll send all 3 beams at the unconscious guy.
All 3.
Wait. Do I know that he's? I don't know that he's unconscious. I just saw him get hit by the hand. Bigby's.
Yeah,
hand.
you watched him get smacked in the head. Make a medicine check. I'll take your bonus action.
Sure.
Roll high. You're far.
This is Reaper, not Baranor.
I know. She's still far. And she's looking through the corpse of a undead wyvern.
Well, she has devil sight.
Which toppled in front of her. That doesn't stop line of sight.
and 8 will probably not do it. Okay.
Yeah, she has no idea.
All right, so
as far as she knows, she thinks he's dead.
Okay. Then all 3 at this guy.
Do it.
First one. It's a zombie, so it's low AC, or is it armored?
It is a skeleton, and it is not.
Oh, it's a skeleton. Okay, 12, 24, and 16.
The second 2 hit.
The 12 missed? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're a little hardier than zombies.
Okay. First one is 11 damage. And next one is 6 damage. So 17 force damage.
She scatters it to bone fragments at Koza's feet.
Now, Koza's got stuff on his feet.
Koza has bone dust. I have zombie guts.
but it's just on your finger, your toenails. Like you got a little like red to dark brown like toenail polish right now. It's not a pretty pedicure, but it's definitely there. All right, as the fire begins to spread on top of these buildings to the point that it all becomes a little too hot to stand near. Azia is going to move up as fast as she can, assess the situation, and Marcos does not look good, even for someone who's unconscious. She also attempts spare the dying. She attempts gentle repose. She kneels frustrated over his corpse. None of this is working. I don't understand. And that's when Marcos opens his eyes. They are cloudy. They are milky. His skin seems to stretch over his bones even more as he lifts a lifeless, animated arms and legs into the air. He grasps, almost in a silence, grasps a hold of Amos and reaches up to bite his neck. He latches on hard. You hear Amos scream into the air as he pushes his brother off of his body. Shaking his head, holding the wound in his neck, he backs up and stands and stares at his now zombified twin brother, a victim of the Finger of Death spell. You all kind of scan the field and crane your vision towards the needle, which you can see in the distance. Not too far. Definitely within a brisk jog's walking distance. You kind of look through the crowd, and it's hard to tell if there is a glow at the needle area, but it seems to be active. Something's going on over there. And the mist starts to waft away from the top of the needle to where you can see someone standing at the top of it. You see this. There are bodies shifting from the needle's base, and they look like they're gathering and concentrating. And you start to hear the screams of innocence. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Damn.
The hits just keep on coming.
Yeah. Dude, that was a great fight. You guys really gave it to my little army of the dead here.
I thought I had you with a hand first off when I grabbed the witch.
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you, silly rabbit? It was a good strategy, and hey, not for nothing, Bigsby's Hand is a great spell to use.
Mm-hmm.
Very versatile. Not only can you slap someone unconscious, but you can grab a witch in midair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
All the fun uses.
That was a lot of fun, guys. Seriously, that was great.
Yeah?
That was great. So today is the 31st, so what we're looking at, the 14th of June?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's missing that one because Ken did write me and tell me that he's going to miss, I think he said the 28th.
Yeah. And I'm just going to put it out there for future planning. I'm going to miss July 12th.
Okay, well, I will try to remember that, but just remind me the closer we get.
I will.
All right. Okay, folks. That was awesome.
It was fun.
Thank you all for being here, like super on time, so we could start right away. I know we wanted to kind of get right into the action, and we did. So I apologize for my technical difficulties. I don't know what I'm doing to my computer to make it go so slow, but man, is that frustrating. I got to figure out a workaround. I might use my other computer for like looking at stuff. just use this one for Roll20. We'll see. So, all right, folks.
I've been having the same issue when I start up Roll20, and I just have to close the entire browser and restart it.
Well, that's what it did. It just restarted the whole browser for me, and then it was like, let's pick up where you left off last session. And I'm like, what does that mean? And then it killed my whole turn order until everything loaded up, and then I got to where I could actually move stuff again. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just reset the whole browser on break from now on. Something like that. I don't know. Stupid Roll20. So, all right, guys. That was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for showing up. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, though. Okay.
Yarp.
All right. Bye.
Bye.